Ho ho, Merry Christmas. I don't know. I pressed unmute and then afterwards I thought about what I wanted to say. And ho ho ho, Merry Christmas was the thing I did say. Also, thank you to Ed for following. Thank you very much. Hello, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Why am I so small? And Tenchi is on the screen. No, that's a redeem. I can't just have you on the screen if you're a redeem. This really makes me think, though, sometimes. I should take more pictures of Tenchi. Hello? Hello? I should take more pictures of Tenchi because I need more pictures of Tenchi to show you. I mean, I have a shit ton of very, very, very nice older pictures of Tenchi too, though. That is true. Free to Tench! You gotta free to Tench. Hello, 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 everybody. How are we doing? Hi, gamers. Let me scroll up a bit. Hi, Crow. Hi, Nankarak. Hi, Stella, which is Caliban. Stella is a fun nickname too, right? Stella is like a name. People have that name. Hi, Ono. Hello, hello. You redeemed Tenchi picture. There it is. There it is. I want like a little jingle for Tenchi picture too, like some sort of alert, something that like shows up on screen as well, maybe. I mean, I could automate Tenchi picture, but that's not the way to go. No, no, no. I want to physically put a Tenchi picture on screen. Which one shall we choose? I want to choose like a rare one, but I don't know. Talvez Mames. Talvez Mames. Hi, Seppo. Hello. And also, hello, Angel Tail in YouTube chat. And Thel, privyet. 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 Kak dela. I hope you're doing fine. I wonder if it's still, like, super cold. Zecke, the All-Mother. Greetings. Ugh. Also, thank you, by the way, Hal, for the... Can I replay that? Hal, for the 3 tier 1s? I think 3rd time tier 1? 3? I feel like it's a lot. I don't know. It says 3 times. I don't really know. It's a sub, though. Thank you for the sub, definitely. Even though I don't... It says 3x at the start. Does this mean that you... I know you can subscribe in bulk on Twitch. Is that what you did? Or... Is this something else? I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. Yo, Crow! Yo, Crow! What is up, Crow? It's 3... But, like, I haven't... I'm not here for 3 months, but you did it like in bulk for 3 months. Is that what that means? I think? I'm still looking for my Tenchi picture, by the way. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten the Tenchi picture. This one is incredibly cute, and I don't live in this house anymore, so I can show you the outside view without any trouble, I think. You don't think it's on Twitch, but it says tier 1. I think it must be Twitch. I think it must be Twitch, but it's a bit confusing. No, I think it must be Twitch. I think it is Twitch. Have you fully dissected my message? No, I don't know what Talvez. I don't know what Talvez means. I know no mom is, but I do not know what Talvez means. Oh my god, it's ad time. I haven't even put Tenchi. This is the Tenchi picture. I hope you enjoy. I haven't even put the Tenchi picture up yet. Oh my god, Thel has minus 24 degrees. Winter has finally come. Yeah, winter is here. Hi, Ivoneko. This is the Tenchi picture, by the way. It's not big or anything. It's just normal sized. Don't worry about it. Nice, Tenchi. Thank you. I know, right? God. Gotta make him a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. Again, we don't live here anymore, so it doesn't matter what's outside the window. In my opinion. Oh my god, there he is. Look at how cute he is. He's showing his teddy bear the outside. I'll do the ad in a second. Thank you for the ad redeem. Oh, talvez means maybe. Okay, that makes sense. Then that makes sense. I don't speak Spanish. Tenchi is literally me. He's so literally me coded. He's just standing at the window, pining. Looking outside, showing his teddy bear that's like slightly mutilated, but you know, normal amount of mutilated for a dog's teddy bear, I think. Showing the bear, the outside world. I'll crop it a little bit so it's not so much in the way. It's so cute, isn't it? It's like one of my favorite pictures of Tenchi, and I'm very glad I can show it to you since, like I said, don't live there anymore. I have another one as well where he looks out the window, the same window. He really likes looking out the window. It's a thing he likes to do. Yeah, expected levels of mutilated, honestly, right? Who is a good boy? Who's a good boy? It's him. Hello. Yes, it's you. He gets a pet or 2. Hey, do you want to add? Do you want to add? Here, have an ad. I figured out you can do 30 seconds too, did you know? Ain't that great? It's gonna start in like a second or so. Now it started. 30-second ads exist too. Maybe that's nice. Maybe that is nice, perhaps. Then I only had like Caliban saying over in YouTube chat, I only had -24 when I went to Lapland. Yeah, -24 doesn't happen here. Thank God. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm here, says Siska. Hello, welcome. Look at the little guy. Look at the little guy. Please, everybody look at the little guy. As Tenchi Picture has been redeemed, you know. It's very important that you all turn your gaze towards the little guy. Yes, all of your gaze. Thank you very much. Victor activated Tenchi like Alexa. It's true. It's true. He has his trigger words, you know, and I'm not telling you all of them. But he can't hear like text-to-speech or anything anyway. So it's fine. It's cool. How are we doing? It's finally Friday. I hope everybody has had a nice week, or at least an okay week. Maybe even a good week. Who's to say? Some of us are lucky, right? I had a cool week. Hi, Tench. I had an okay week. You know, weather is, I'm okay. So. My week sucked. No, happens. Next week will be better. And weekend will be even better. It's like I'm making you face your biggest fear next time in D&D. Okay. Dogs. But I love dogs. Well, but Azizi doesn't. Why did I get hit with the double ad immediately? This is bad timing. Hi, Calix, this is bad timing. You came in, there was an ad, and then I ran an ad. That had happened to me before too, actually. Somebody ran an ad immediately when I came in, and I was like, okay. Streamer hates me, I get it. Streamer literally hates me and wants me to die. It's sad. Seppo's on his way home, let's go. I'm sick but recovering good. Recover faster. And you have a holiday, right? So that's nice, Victor. A week and a half away from my vacation. Yeah, let's go Christmas vacation. Only a week and a half, huh? Wait. A week and a half. Huh, yeah, I guess so. My mom still has 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure she's working on the 22nd. I don't know. I think so, though. Well, sorry, Calix. Might happen again. Might potentially happen again. Have I watched TGA? No, I don't think so. What is TGA short for? Oh, the Game Awards. No, I have not, but I saw that Iron Mouse won, and I'm glad. I did also see that Quackity didn't win, and that's kind of like, that's okay. I don't mind. It's okay. No, like, it is literally okay. Not that big of a deal. Although that would have been the person I would have been rooting for. I chose you over Critical Role for this, the double ad action. I know. I come around, I stab you in the back. It's how it is. It's how it is. Yeah, the Game Awards. I guess that makes sense if it is the Game Awards. Crazy Christmas always sneaks up on me. It's so true though. It's so fucking true though. Like, the last month of the year is always the busiest month of the year. Suddenly I have a million things that I want to be doing and getting done for Christmas, for, you know, I don't know, New Year's, I guess, mostly just for Christmas, let's be honest. It's like, calm down, please. There was a new trailer for the new Not Persona game. Tell me more. What's the Not Persona game? Sounds good. Sounds alright. Warren saying got a Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Impact third ad. I got the double. Let's go get the double. That's good ads though. Those ads I much prefer to some of you who get like AfD ads or something weird like that. Looking cool, Joker. I don't know how I feel about that. Bye-bye, Tench. She's walking away. Today I actually had breakfast. This is something I don't usually do, but today I decided to do it for some reason. So that's an update in my life. Hi, Warren. Hello. Are we turning British? Yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to update you on. Not a lot, just vibing. I mean, we last spoke yesterday, so... Not a big surprise. Tomorrow, like we all know, I'm not gonna stream on Saturday, although I'm gonna record a little video for a thing that Angel Tail is putting together. So that'll be nice. I settled down on recording it tomorrow, so I have to record it tomorrow. And on Sunday we might play Gartic Phone, maybe, if I feel like organizing all of that. The thing is, you can play with Discord verification, and then it's actually pretty easy, because you're like, okay, I know who people are. Yeah, it's like, and you can also just send the link on Discord and stuff like that. It's like, okay, it's a closed Gartic group. Closed Gartic group, because open Gartic groups are too dangerous. Oh, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a metaphor. Wait, Maybe I have heard of that. Maybe I'm lying to you. Metaphor Refantasio. I think my gaming podcast might have talked about it. I think. Maybe. Perhaps. Mods only Gardic, maybe? I have like 5 mods in total. But like members only Gardic. Well, not members. You know, people I know and are part of the community only Gardic is what it is. So yeah, kinda. I want to do that. It's also written, oh my god, over here. No mames. We're over here. Should I move the Tenchi pic along? Yeah, sure, why not? It's Friday fun day. We should live a little. Also, I'm now 2 in the way. This is better. Hello, I would please like to add the Tenchi picture again. Ah, perfect. 6 people is plenty for Gardic. I feel like I like to have a full lobby though. Also, I don't know if everybody who is a mod can make it. Also, that excludes a lot of people. But yeah, we can do like closed lobby Gardic phone, as in I sent the link on Discord, and if I don't know you, you get kicked. Because, you know, if you have strangers in the Gardic phone lobby, you will have a bad time. My poor friend has experienced that firsthand once. I'll just put him here. If he's in the way, we can make him smaller. I'll just put him like, I don't know. Yeah, here's good. Konsei, over here. Hello. Also, Alexei, hello. Long time no see. How are you? You live in Japan now. Slay. Have fun. Dobry den. Have fun in Japan. I feel like Japan is always immediately I'm like, have fun, but also I'm gonna criticize the place where you live. No, it's I'm sure it's good for you. It's like Japan feels for me like one of those places where I would not mind visiting, but wouldn't want to live ever. But that's just me. Tenchi Porkies, let's go, he Porkies. Japan. Tenchi has been so vocal this week, it's insane. I feel like he has never been as vocal as this week, you know? You following? And I do not know why. Victor is saying, I like reflexive Tenchi. They always ask who is a good boy, but never how is the good boy. It's so true. How is the good boy? He's doing his thing. Kaliwan saying, I'd live in Japan for a few months or years, I guess. I mean, if forced, it's not the worst place to live, but I wouldn't want to go personally. But like, that's me and not you. Yeah, Gardic phone soon. Let's settle on it. Today is the 8th, tomorrow's the 9th, then Sunday must be the 10th, as does the dates, the logic of dates prescribe. Gardic phone on the 10th of December 2023. Let's go. It'll be fun. Prepare your prompts, be good. Hi Shira, hello, the good boys. Tenchi looking like a doomer in this photo, a little. It's a little doomer core. I mean, the architecture outside also aids that image, yeah. It's like, we're living in the blocks. Hope I can join. I hope so too. Would be fun. When are we gonna do it? My time, as always, 3 p.m. for like 3-ish hours or so. Yeah. Gardic phone making the great return. I would like to do it a bit more frequently. Maybe. Depends on how much I enjoy it, I suppose. So let me give you a quick overview of what we have to talk about today. I tried to make it doable, that we get through everything, but I'm gonna be honest, you see the length of this thing. Oh my god, I'm scrolling for so fucking long. You see the length of it. There's no way. There's literally no way that we get through everything actually this time. Not even thinking about it. I will give great prompts. I believe you. I totally believe you. Hello Spike, bonjour. Comment ça va? Tenchi is holding his teddy bear. He's just being the cutest boy casually, you know? He's being the cutest boy casually. He's letting him look outside. He even has him turned in the right direction somehow, the teddy, so that he would be able to look outside. Casually being the very cutest boy on the planet, you know? Like he does it. So, overview. We have, from last time, a tweet from somebody that I think is a cool person that I would like to follow on Twitch. Then, we have some videos. Because Friday Fun Day, so I want to watch some videos and react to them because I think that would be fun for me. I hope. Sometimes I think that was like last Friday too, no? I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And then it wasn't. So, we'll see. He's cute the same way an approaching truck is cute, so true. Me when the truck is coming at full speed. Aw, him. Then, of course, we have our Palestine segments. Part of this is from last week. Wait, I can show you exactly how much. This much is from last week still. And then we have some new news, as it is the case. That ends about here. So, you know, big Palestine segment. Why does he look like Anubis, though? He looks like he might be Anubis. Update on Tenchi? He could be Anubis, yeah. Alexei saying, changing Moscow to Tokyo is a stunning experience. Yeah, okay, true. Actually, though, if you're coming from Russia, then yeah, moving to Japan, congratulations, you've done it. Like, good job, good job. Can't decide which town is cooler yet, though. Cooler as in cool or temperature-wise, I think. Japan gets pretty cold in the winter, but not that cold. Also, we're talking about Twitch. Then we're going to be talking about mental health. I'll have a lot to say, especially this article sounded very interesting to me. Then we have a little Hong Kong segment. We have a tiny Germany segment, just a little, let's go. I mean, Germany is also mentioned somewhere in the Palestine part, but not in a let's go way, surprise. And then, I heard about Alfredo Bonanno. And then I would also kind of like to talk about StreamElements, but also Streamlabs, and everything is bad. But I don't know if we'll even get past the mental health thing. But we'll try, okay? We'll try, and then we can carry it over to the next docket as well. We'll see. Mental healthy? Ha! Never heard of her. Sorry, I'm late. I was making JoJo Pig Cruise. That's a good way to spend your time. I think about this sometimes. Now, this sounds like an intro into something extremely serious. It is not. I'm thinking about making a pig crew channel. Sometimes I think about that, but then I'm like, wow, we have 17 million channels, and you can't just put it into like tier lists, etc. I feel like it's the same vibe. Because I really like pig crews, and I would love for people to bring me more pig crews to play with. I love little dress-up doll games, of course. Lupino, you have returned to stream. The world without stream was dark and cold. It's true. It's true. I'm the only light in the darkness. Ivaneka saying a friend moved to Japan and he'll send me some stuff soon. Nice. That's always good to have a friend inside. Pig crews are like little character makers, usually for profile pictures and stuff. You might see them on Twitter going around, or a lot of people use them for profile pictures, so you might have seen them as profile pictures, like Isabel's profile picture. Well, okay, you don't have a profile picture on Discord, but the picture that you use a lot, that's a pig crew, I'm pretty sure, right? So it's that. A little dress-up doll game, basically. Just one more Discord channel. That's the problem, right? I don't want to add even more. There's so many. It's already kind of rough to to navigate sometimes. Yeah, it is a pig crew. Yeah. Thought so. Victor saying, not all subjects are important enough to have their own channels. Like Creature. Yeah, no, that one is very important. That's true. Also, I didn't make that one. So that's out of my hands. And that's not my fault. Barely my fault. Also, yesterday I managed to actually watch Hanao's stream. I talked to you about that, I think, yesterday on stream. So I want to give you an update. I talked to Hanao on stream. As in chatted. Wow. That was cool. Me, when I like somebody's vibe, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna chat in your stream, I'm gonna be active. And then I don't do that much, but I was kind of there. He listened to Disco Elysium music. That was really cool. That was nice. He also makes models, VTuber models, so that's pretty cool. But you know, out of my hands, says local tech goddess. Well, yes. Yes, actually. Oh, Alexei saying, at least I'm able to make donations now. True. Yeah, from Russia, it's hard. Very hard when when PayPal fucking left you. But now you're in Japan. Now you're not bound by Russian sanctions anymore. That's good. That's good. Zecke saying all the channel categories on your Discord are collabs for me, as they should be. That's honestly helpful. That is helpful. See, at least that fucking feature exists for people in order to try and be able to like navigate through the many channels that do exist, because like they do serve their purpose, don't they? As long as you can get them out of the way, it's not too bad. One more score, Arthur. I don't know this reference, but that's okay. Second a tick lurker. Yeah, I did lurk on the first stream. Sorry, I hit my microphone. I bet that was bad audio. The Discord server is really confusing, TBH. I bet it is when you're not like in it for the first time. But I also don't know how to make that better. So, well, it is what it is. Isabel saying, hey Zecke, how would you feel about me and Crow making a Zecke fan game? That sounds dope. That sounds dope. What are your ideas? What's the genre? What will it be like? You gotta make it an Assassin's Creed like AAA game, of course. No, of course not. But, you know, let me know if you do that. Obviously, please. I want to talk about who this person is, because this thing has already passed. Even when I was sent it, I'm pretty sure it was already passed. But, you know, either way, I'll check out the streamer, because they seem cool, because they did a little charity event stream for Trans Lifeline, which is always a green flag, and any more green flag streamers to follow sounds like a good idea. This was obviously on November 28th to December 3rd, so that wasn't even in the realm on Tuesday anymore. So, you know, I thoroughly missed that, but you can still 7 hours ago. It's very, very active. I will follow you on stream. So nope, I don't want to watch your stream though. Not right now anyway. Not on my stream anyway. So maybe one day our paths intertwine. Who knows? It's very cool when people do like charity work like that, especially people who have like big followings, in my opinion. A Phoenix Wright like game, but instead of judgment, it's debating people on the internet. Actually based though. That's actually very based. Also like doable. I feel like a Phoenix Wright like game would be doable. Oh, the shout out. Yeah, right. I forget that is a Twitch feature. I've been on here for so long. I think it's just the last seahorse like this. Can I do that too? Do you think I think that would work if I do that? I missed it. No worries. Would that work? Nope. Not. You did it though, I think. Nice. Good. Shout out given. Hell yeah, baby. Very nice. What is the shout out command, I wonder? Because I just wrote SO and it said it wasn't the correct one. Thank you for doing that. That is very cool. It's just /shout out. Okay, you have to write it out. Okay, that makes sense. Isabel saying that possibly like a little action adventure thing, following the lore of Zecke going from Sikh goddess to freedom fighter through a journey of discovery and adventure. Ooh, sounds complex. Good luck. How much game dev experience do you two have? This person seems to be cool. I don't know much about this person. as a little disclaimer, don't know much about them, but they did a trans charity stream and were linked to me by Angel Tail, so I trust. They're probably mostly green flags, I would assume. We have a response to the last video that we covered from Kyo, by the way, where he was talking about the doxing that has happened to Rev, right? You remember that? And I think, well, no, I know actually. I know that he's going to be talking about the backlash that he has received in like response to that video. The quote in the title of the video is something that was said to him. Quote, he continues to become less and less minority friendly, I'm pretty sure is what it says. And I think he's not happy about it. Experience? Yeah, you got all the experience. You got it. You have zero experience. That's the best amount of experience to have. Okay, I'll be waiting patiently for in 5 years when the game is ready. Oh, Thel's also saying, I don't know those who wanted to have already come up with systems for bypassing donations. Personally, I donated to a streamer from Germany through donation alert. Yeah, I mean, there's ways to go around it, right? But like, sometimes it's a little shady. It can be a little shady. I don't know that specific service, so I don't know any specific service. But, you know, if you want to trust services with your money, it's like, what if it's a weird one? Okay, video. I want to watch videos to start off with because it's Friday Fun Day and videos are fun. Oh, there's a reaction compilation already for Mouse winning. That's cute with QSMP members. That's cute. The lack of experience didn't stop Wash. That's true, but he also has not finished his game. It's been on a very long hiatus, hasn't it? Good luck. Yeah, get some snacks for you and Mika. Be back later. See you. Yeah, must one. Can I give a spoiler for the Kyo video? Yes, 100%. If it's boring or something, do tell me about it. He's gonna be talking about, like I said, the response that he's received from the last video, or to the last video of his.
We're going to be taking a look over at two of the worst people in the VTuber sphere, that being DramaTuber False ID and DramaTuber Kyo.
Of course, he's joking. It's him passive-aggressively reading tweets about him, sarcastically, and that's it. He doesn't address anything. Oh my god, that's the worst. Okay, that, the entire time? Well, he seems to be talking here. Maybe we'll skip through it a little bit. Then.
Because the two of them have gotten themselves into a bit of trouble amongst Niji Sanji fans, with this person saying the way both of these people are extremely unfair to the Niji talents, yet continue to find interesting ways to monetize their channels from them. Showing a thumbnail from Kyo's video where he talked about—
yeah, I mean, he posted something where he was like, oh, I made Niji fans mad, so I must be doing something right, which is weird. It's so odd to me. Like, I don't like the company Niji Sanji specifically either, but I think the talents and the fans are not the problem with that. Not the main problem anyway, you know what I mean? Why is he like this?
about Selin Tatsuki saving Niji Sanji, and one about False talking about Pomu Rainpuff being rejected for a 3D live. This person continued on by saying both of these videos are separately terrible and don't need more views, lol. Continuing on again to say Kyomaru is Rev says Desu Light and continues
oh yeah, this was the tweet that I saw him reacting to.
Less minority friendly every day. False ID is just blatantly biased and vindictive when talking about people he wants his audience to dislike.
I have thoughts, a few, not a lot. Good TLDR. I don't watch a lot of Kyo. I just know that his coverage is kind of weird. And of course in the last video he now he didn't name Rev, but we know it was about Rev, and he unequivocally defended Rev, saying that he was absolutely like a great guy who never did anything wrong. So I understand the first part of this tweet. You know, the part that's directed to him, because, well, if you're like, wow, Rev is my guy, he's the best, he's never done anything worth criticizing, then yeah, that might be a little off-putting for people who know about Rev on, like, any level. Cool. Another Jasmine, oh my god, is this your IRL name? Caliban saying, I don't particularly like Kyo myself, but False ID is mostly fine in my experience. Exactly, that's what I'm moving on, second part. I don't think he's super biased, honestly. Like, yeah, he's profiting off of drama and shit that happens in Niji Sanji and whatever, in the VTubing space in general. But yeah, that is kind of the genre of content that he makes in general. You know, some people make content where they talk about drama in the VTuber community, and then that is their content, and I don't think that's necessarily bad. Some people do think that is necessarily bad. I don't really. I think it's okay. I do, like I've always said, I do prefer when people have their own opinions to put into it, but I see the use for people who just say what's happening and don't really state their own opinion, because that's what False Eye does, right? He never states his own opinion about this sort of stuff, at least in my experience. I've watched quite a few of the videos, so it's just kind of like, here, this is what's happening. Also, he does talk like Keemstar, which is not great, but that's like a very superficial complaint, so I don't know. Blank saying, well, as always, I won't be able to properly watch as your stream time sadly directly overlap with my lunchtime. No, my bad. Have a good lunch. Can't believe you're not watching me while eating lunch. I always need to watch something while eating lunch, honestly, but that's my Zoomer brain, personally. Listen, I do respect Rev's freedom of speech to bully queer people online, but I also have the FOS to call him a moldy little cheese nugget. This is very true, Siska. This is very true. Freedom of speech, FOS. Also, Angel, hello, you're here. You're moderating for their channel. Oh, Oh, there you go. The connection runs way deeper. That's very cool. They're a cool non-binary DJ. Thank you for telling me something about them. That's nice. VTuber who makes DJ sets. Oh, slay. Good to know. And they hold yearly charity events for Trans Lifeline. Ah, a help lifeline for trans folks. And in the US and Canada, Seahorse and Peeps raised, whoa, $7,000. That's crazy. That's so good. On the most recent charity. Oh, and also Bunny Hattard held Parallel Trans Lifeline charity and raised $3,000. Damn, that's so nice. Thank you very much. No problem about the late reply. I take it. I wanted to know after all, so I'm glad that you let me know. Thank you. Damn, yeah, it's done. It's $7,000. That's nice. Also outside there's an ambulance, and inside there's a Tenchi. As there often is. And with Bunny as well. That's so cool. Very nice. That's very awesome. Good follow then. Definitely a good shout out to make, I think. That's nice. Hey Tench, are you okay? You okay, little fellow? Are you okay, little guy? Hey, little guy. It's little guy. Oh my god, it's little guy. Yeah, I don't think little guy covers anything up here. So, yeah, back to the subject at hand, I suppose. TLDR, those are my thoughts. I don't think Falside is that bad, at least not as of yet. Not, like, I wouldn't compare Falside to Rev, for instance. Kiyomaru, which is this guy, more easily, yeah. But also, I have not seen nearly enough stuff to make, like, a full picture of this guy.
This received replies, like, it tells a lot how...
Although this video, as we know, thanks to Crow and also just, you know, watching the video, this video is just showcasing him, showcasing tweets that he disagrees with, not blurring out any profile pictures or usernames, and reading them in a sarcastic tone. So that's already not that good for the track record. Hello Yoite, hello, it's me, drama VTuber, Zecke, and hello chatters, hello.
Accurate you are as a newscaster when you couldn't even spell the name of the streamer you were reporting about correctly, especially on a thumbnail. And yeah, if you look at Kyo's thumbnail, he misspelled Slentatsuki's name, putting the S before.
No effort taken. Holy shit. Okay. Happens. It's a thumbnail. Like, wouldn't you look at it twice?
The T in her last name. What an idiot. More people saying this, saying, bro, Kyo didn't even spell Selen's name right on the thumbnail.
Yeah,
just show them. Makes you wonder if they failed the audition and were just bitter about it. And that really does make me wonder if either of them have ever auditioned for Holo or Niji.
Yeah, he's talking about himself as though he isn't himself. It's a very weird video to make, okay? Definitely not gonna be watching this entire thing. But again, I also don't think that is necessarily a real point or anything. People can make videos about other people without jealousy being involved. Typo equals you're wrong. So true. Like, it's in the event that you're arguing with somebody, this is not like your winning blow. I agree with that. It's like, okay, I think you should double check your thumbnails probably, especially like on your thumbnails, but okay, this is not gonna win you an argument. He only breaks it at the end. I'll skip forward to the end, I think, unless maybe there's a more interesting tweet somewhere in here. Yeah, they're just talking about news channels in general. Yeah, I don't really care. Oh, this is a quote retweet. Oh, this is quote retweets of the same thing. You can spell. Durr. Isabel saying you sound less intelligent than the bacteria on my toilet. Boom, roasted. No mames. I love Zecke. That's a typo. So am I wrong? Well, depends, huh? Depends. Fel's still waiting for the 4-hour apology from James Summerland. Yeah, me too. Okay, I want to hear you actually break character.
Fine.
So that would be interesting.
I know you care about views more than anything at the end of the day, and if that's the audience you want, good luck with it. So yeah, it's currently the situation going on with Kyo and False ID being attacked by Niji fans, people hating on them for the things they have done in covering VTuber content. And now, just dropping the whole act of covering this, I will say I do appreciate a lot of the criticism people have given me. Hell, I appreciate some of the criticism I have seen some of these people giving me that
I don't know if you making a video like this actually speaks of you appreciating the criticism if you're just sitting there and reading them in a sarcastic tone. Could just be me. But that doesn't sound like you're really appreciating the criticism. Like, maybe I'm off there. Just saying.
In this video. When it comes to spelling Celin's name wrong, yeah, that's just a fuck up on my part. I can't really defend that. I should have double checked the thumbnail. Didn't realize, but I did end up fixing it the day of. When it comes to me not being minority friendly, that's where I'm really confused and got pretty annoyed at. Just because people that are fans of me have misgendered people or done heinous things doesn't directly reflect back to me.
It doesn't, as long as you, like, call it out and shit, right? Because, yes, on one hand, you don't have, again, the background is fucking off-center, please, one day you should fix it. Of course, if you have a big fan base, you cannot control what every single person in the fan base does. However, if your fan base is overwhelmingly misgendering people, etc., whatever you listed, right? Then, like, it's time to look inward and ask yourself, why is this happening? Why is my fan base majority bigots? Good question, because if it's the majority, you really should look to maybe change something. Speak to your fans, like in this video. I'm waiting, maybe he does it. He can say, if you are a fan of mine and you do that shit, cut it the fuck out because I hate that and I love my trans homies. Then, you know, respect re-earned immediately. Also, your colors are literally the trans flag, almost. This could be more pink, you know?
As that person said in their tweet, I have specifically told people not to misgender people on purpose or be assholes because that's not what I want people to do in my comment section or replies on Twitter. I want my community to be as friendly as possible and open to anyone no matter who you are. I want this community to be open to anyone. When it comes to people thinking I have this hate for Nijisanji or the—
Okay, now you're talking about a different thing, so that's like all you're gonna say about that. I mean, he's saying something about it, which is like the least he can do, I suppose, in this case. But if it's happening a lot in your community, there's gotta be something that you're doing kind of like wrong. Sorry, it just is how it is. If that is the overwhelming majority of your community. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the overwhelming majority of your community. Maybe it's just some minority of loud people. Perhaps, I guess, maybe. I don't know that. So keep shouting it out and try to be a little bit more, I don't know, precise and clear with who you're supporting and what you're condemning, right? Because you were just saying kind of the basic everyone should be welcome in this space thing, but you didn't mention anything in specific, which then gives people the leeway to misinterpret you, you know? Like, just say trans people are welcome in the space, for instance. If you're talking about misgendering specifically, you should also talk about trans people being welcome specifically. So that way nobody can misinterpret you, and they actually know what you mean. Also, thank you very much for the hydrate. Let's drink some water. Let's drink some water. Yeah, Kyo has some wild shit in the comments of his vids, like in the Hogwarts Legacy stuff, not surprisingly. Isabel's saying, you should at least say, don't do this is bad. Yeah, which he kind of did, but once again, he was kind of going and being a little vague about it, which, yeah, I guess that's one strategy of talking about things like this, is being a little vague. But that gives your viewers the leeway to misinterpret you. Don't let people misinterpret you. Just be extremely clear. Then you can avoid it. It's actually just a tip. I'm gonna drink the water now. I'm gonna flush the monster out of your system. I didn't have any. I didn't have any for quite a while, already still. He comes off like a reckless idiot who doesn't actually care about the facts, he just wants the drama, and then does it for PR stuff. It feels a little insincere, again, because it was so vague. The vagueness of it all is kind of off-putting, but we'll see how it develops, I suppose. Crow also said, I don't have any definitive evidence for Crow being weird about minorities, but the vibes. Yeah, like, if your fan base is overwhelmingly not good with minorities, then that's a question. Was he really being that vague, though? Just a little bit less, in my opinion, says Blank. Like, wait, let's go back. Let's do a frame by frame.
Reflect back to me. As that person said in their tweet, I have specifically told people not to misgender people on purpose or be—
That is good. That is pretty direct. That is a pretty direct thing to say.
Assholes, because that's not what I want people to do in my comment section or replies on Twitter. I want my community to be as friendly as possible and open to anyone no matter who you are. I want this community to be open to anyone. When it comes to people—
Yeah, I wonder what that cut is. I wonder what he said that he had to cut out there. I don't know, probably nothing. Probably just stuttering over your words or something. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I'm glad that he said it, right? I'm glad that he said it. Could have just been a little bit, I feel he could have been a little bit more specific there.
People thinking I have this hate for Nijisanji or this bias towards them, I will say they were correct, at least for like a couple months after I was copyright struck from them. But I will say that bias and dislike for the management did not change the way I covered Nijisanji whatsoever. I still covered Nijisanji topics and other VTuber topics like Hololive topics, indie topics, other agency topics the exact same way I did before I was struck. Do I hold a
Yeah, I agree with that. Generally, I mean, I can't really agree with that, as in I don't watch your content a lot, so I wouldn't know if anything changed or not. But like I said, just because somebody has a dislike of a company doesn't mean that they're slandering the talents necessarily, just because they're pointing out that the company is doing bad things. Usually, like let's talk about somebody that I actually know. In False ID's coverage of Nijisanji, he's very critical of the company, yes, but usually normal about the talents, you know what I mean? Like when pointing out things that the company does, he's more sympathetic with the talents than anything, because they're the ones who are suffering under the so-so management of the company, after all, right? Yeah.
grudge against Nijisanji for copyright striking me? No, I don't really care anymore whatsoever. It was at the beginning of the year. It doesn't really matter to me anymore. In my video about Selene, I said that there are tons of other things going
Warren saying he usually points out to separate talent and management queue. I mean, yeah. Okay, so he's the same then. That's good, yeah.
Good for Nijisanji and Nijisanji English. Nijisanji JP has had a wonderful year this year with all of the events they've had, songs, etc. There's so much stuff going on for them. It's great. Nijisanji English has also had really good things going on for them this year. Selene hosting the Niji Holo tournament, the Suika tournament, multiple outfits and model.
Yeah, okay, we're just balancing out the criticism with a little bit of praise for Nijisanji at the end there. I don't really care, but that's cool. Yeah, like, Niji deserves all of the criticism, right? Any company that treats their employees badly on any level deserves all the criticism that they receive, so never be sorry for that. Continue to criticize the company. So, yeah, I don't know, that's kind of a nothing video, actually, then. You're right. That's the pain of not pre-watching, I suppose. I wonder if there's any, like, I'm scanning the comments a little bit too, to see if there's anything interesting, but I don't know. They do use the term Twitter freaks a lot, which I personally don't like, but I guess everybody has a different interpretation of what that means to them. So there is that. Meh. Yeah, bad taste to balance out there at the end there. Yeah, it's like it's kind of weird. It's something you shouldn't have needed to do, in my opinion, to begin with. In my opinion, Kyo is more like the neighborhood gossip, while False Side is more like a stiff reporter trying to be professional. Ah, okay, so those are the vibe differences. I see. Yeah, definitely. False Side has a very, I am a reporter, and what I say is the news, and my personal opinion does not factor into this much at all vibe. And Kyo, I've only seen like 2 videos from, so I don't fucking know. The VTuber corpo types enable so much bad shit. It's like, it's a bad system. It's a bad system for them, so it is what it is. I guess the reason I dislike Kyo so much is that it feels like after the drama between him and False, he just started hiding his opinions more and haven't changed them. Also, he used to put his opinions into his videos much more, and they weren't good. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, that's kind of cowardly. At that point, I think you should just continue, right? Like, if you have opinions and you used to put them in your videos, like I said, I prefer it when there's opinions in my videos. Personally, because that's what I'm here for discourse and exchange of ideas. So I would like them to still be in there, you know, even if they're bad. Hassan has frat boy and with air horn vibes, where Wash has more debate bro vibes. It's also good vibe analysis today from Ono. It's true, it's accurate vibe analysis. The frat boy vibes. Yeah. We'll see if I ever like move. I'm responding to YouTube chat right now, kind of. kind of. We'll see if I ever move fully to Twitch. It might happen. I am prioritizing it right now, but I also really like the fact that there's like been. That's the one thing. I wish you could bring over memberships from YouTube to Twitch, but of course, like, the two platforms don't like each other, so that's never gonna happen. But I would like that a lot, because there's been people who have been subscribed for so long on YouTube, and I mean, the YouTube channel would still exist and, like, post videos, right? That's one thing, but, you know, I would like that. Wash has bear vibes, while Hassan has baby girl vibes. Which is funny because Hassan is younger. No, Hassan is older because Hassan is older, right? That's why it's funny. You never know. Isabel saying, ironically, the VTuber community feels like politics without the name politics. I mean, you know, there's drama in every community, and drama and politics are kind of similar, I suppose. Every time I find an interesting video but don't feel it's interesting enough for a stream, I post it in Discord, and Zecke still finds it. Yup. I found this video and it sounds interesting. It's kind of long. It's like 20 minutes long, but also I want to watch a video. I wish to. This is Friday Fun Day. I want to watch video, especially when it's about VTuber community stuff. I have thoughts. I've been in it. I know things about this. Sometimes I really just like to talk about things that are less high stakes than, like, you know, Palestine, etc. Because, you know, we do talk about the high stakes things as well, but I feel like it's kind of nice to balance it out with some stuff that is not as heart-wrenching, I suppose. React Anderson, yes, I too wish to be Mr. Reactorson Anderson, please. Washite Dirtbag is a great name. Also, this is a smaller creator, so if the video is good, I'll give you a shout out. I mean, I'll give you a shout out anyway, but like, I mean, if the video is bad, don't be mean. If the video is good, go be nice. This was made by Zyla Gal, who is over on YouTube. I don't know if you stream as well. We'll look into that more if the video is really good. If the video is not that good, then we will not talk about it that much more. Can I suggest a video for a reaction? Yeah, I mean, yes, always. From a certain thread I made in Discord. The way you're phrasing it concerns me a little bit. You've seen this person somewhere, really? Huh? You see cute VTuber girl? I saw big. Oh, a Stickman video. Okay, yeah. Now that would be big leisure reactions. That's true. I used to do just like reacting to funny video streams and stuff, but then sometimes the videos were very much not funny. And then I was just kind of sitting there like, So I kind of stopped doing that because of that reason. Okay, 20 minutes. We should absolutely begin the video.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking interesting. I don't even fucking know what the hell.
You have the same vocabulary that I do. First second of the YouTube video. The F-bomb drops. Let's go. Not great for monetization, but, you know, we are all in it together.
Hell, I'm doing. This is a rant, okay? This is not some frickin' Sunny V2 bullshit, okay? Yo.
Good.
I'm back to yell into the void of the internet after my long hiatus. I'm here to digitally hold the VTuber community against the wall by its throat and let you all know how being in this toxic relationship for the past 2 years makes me want to blast old school Melanie Martinez at 4 a.m. like
is this too quiet, by the way, for you? I think it's a little quiet.
Troubled kid in high school again. Aside from a thinly veiled attempt to let my own voice be heard about how badly this community has further fucked up my mental health as well as others, I also...
Interesting. Wait, also I would like to check, do you have your pronouns on the anywhere? I mean, gal is in your title.
Am I missing something?
Wait a second, please. Gal is in your title. Do you have pronouns anywhere? Maybe? No? Okay, that's fine then. I'll just vibe. It's okay.
I genuinely want this to be a warning to anybody who has plans regarding to becoming a VTuber, because I wish I knew this shit like 2 years ago. So let's talk about it.
Oh yeah, actually I did pause it also for another reason, because I wanted to say something. I always think when somebody says the VTuber community as like a community in general, it's like, that doesn't really exist, but maybe there is a sort of VTuber community in general to speak of, and I just don't know about it. That is possible. If we're talking about funny videos to react to, Maxwell recently uploaded his video about Cruelty Squad, featuring Slimesicle as the stereotypical landlord. It's pretty nice. It's a scene, not a community, right? I think so too. I don't really think a VTuber community like that actually exists. I think many communities exist within the scene, within the scene of VTubing, I suppose. She thinks of a certain VTuber community from what I remember, and in general too. We'll see, it's VTuber industry at this point, like industry for corpos, right? But not for everyone.
To clear this up right off the bat, when I say VTuber
community...
Oh,
okay. We're getting in there. Okay, sorry for pausing. I shouldn't have paused then. You're gonna tell me exactly what you mean by that.
I'm not talking about viewers who, like, watch our content. I'm talking about the community of virtual content creators, mainly on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. Elon can fucking fight me.
I also do not call it X. Very good, very good.
All existing, talking, and posting in a bubble amongst themselves.
Okay, I'm not in that. I'm not in that. But I mean, I guess that's a valid thing to call that the VTuber community, I suppose. Not everybody needs to be in that community. Like, I only post my art on Twitter. I don't talk to anybody on Twitter. And the art I post is in a different bubble, so it double doesn't matter. When I started counting the tiles on my bathroom floor. I mean, it's one way to do it. This ain't a scene, this is a goddamn arms race. Sometimes it kind of feels like it. You call it X, ironically. But that's how it starts. That's how it starts actually catching on. Yeah, we stopped at something very interesting. Where are your nipples in this image? They should be visible, but they are not.
Interacting with each other more than the average viewer. I joined the VTuber community in October of 2021. That is too long. Fucking
too long. Wrong two in the subtitles, but I bet they're like the auto-generated ones from. I know I have Premiere has a plugin for auto-generated subtitles, and they get stuff wrong quite a lot, so you have to always check all of your fucking words. It's really annoying. That's why I feel like we should just not do subtitles anymore, at least not the ones in the video. Like, there's other extensions and stuff, like in YouTube itself, that can add subtitles to your shit for like hearing impaired viewers and everything. That's nicer, because the other thing is like so much work.
In years of watching the mask slip. While my content creation has been on and off throughout the current length of my streaming career due to health and schooling complications, I have always done my best to stay involved with the community itself, up until recently.
See, I am the exact opposite. Since I started streaming, I was streaming fairly, regularly. The longest break I ever took was like 2 weeks, I think. I think so. I think 2 weeks is the longest break I took, and that was like going on a trip. I don't even know if it's a whole 2 weeks or not, but might be a whole 2 weeks, yeah. But I'm not in the community. I don't talk to the community on Twitter. I have no interest in doing so. Oh, the where are the nipples clip? That's an important question. Oh, Joestar, you saw the video yesterday. Let's go. Do you have thoughts? Don't spoil me.
Made me feel included. They were always boasting about how they wanted to shout out new VTubers and give them a platform and how...
Yeah, I see that sometimes, right? I mean, now less so. My Twitter is completely just Selbit and fucking Quackity and Royer at the moment, but that's just my Twitter. No, but when my Twitter was also a little bit more VTubers sometimes, just because of the algorithm, how that worked. Like, hey, you post hashtag VTuber sometimes. Here, let me show you VTuber stuff. I'm like, okay. But every time I saw any like of those posts, I feel like those are obviously disingenuous, so I don't even bother participating with them. Yeah, 2 weeks without me is too long. That's obviously true. Twitter would melt my face off if I used it for more than 1 minute a day. See, I'm not having any issues. All my Twitter is QSMP fan art, QSMP clips, and politics. To be fair, and politics. But that's just my algorithm. So like I'm pretty satisfied. Satisfied. Isabel saying, take in those 10 seconds perpetuating the asexuals are the most perverted people stereotype. But like, no, it's not perverted. I'm just asking about the anatomy because it doesn't make any sense. Maybe they had like surgery. Because sometimes if you have surgery, they take those off. And then you can choose whether or not to put them back on again.
They supported minorities and how they were boasting about the community was so open and caring and, all this amazing stuff. Just to realize that it was all fake.
I mean, to me, like I said, to me, that was kind of obvious in a way. Not to sound too jaded, but like, I know that most people who are like, I'm gonna shout out thread or something, I feel like that is just for exposure is pretty clear most of the time. Like, not 100% of the time, but like most of the time that is exposure for the person making the thread and not anything else.
Employ to use as many people as possible in order to climb.
Oh god, Siska, the last time you had a question, we had the worst stun lock of our lives. Shoot away, ask your question. Tinty saying, I left Twitter 2 years ago and didn't regret it at all. I see that for a lot of people. A lot of people actually, like, Twitter has a very negative influence in their life. I feel like this is not the case for me. Ooh, is this guy asking the real questions? How many hours would you be willing to spend at work for 1 hour of happiness? That's an interesting question, because I would never, like, I would have expected this question to end a little bit differently, right? I would have expected it to end, like, for enough money to live or something like that, because, like, I wouldn't know. The thing that my brain is not computing on the question is, like, how can work hours equate to happiness, right? You said all of them. What metric amount is that? What metric amount is all of them? Do you mean daily, or do you mean accumulatively over the years? Calix saying, I think I'm genuinely happy most of the time at the moment, so like 1. Yeah, it's like, if you would, in this hypothetical scenario, would your current happiness status be taken away if you do not spend X hours at work? Also, how many hours to reach 1 hour minimum happiness status? This is a very complicated question. It's a very complicated question to me. Currently shaving my girl beard. Let's go. Enjoy, have fun. Don't cut yourself. Give my happiness to someone else, if you could. I mean, if you can do that. It doesn't really work like that, right? We're talking about happiness right now. This is the question that Siska asked. It's too difficult for me. There's too many variables. I don't know how to answer this. I legitimately do not know how to answer this. Also, like, what is 1 hour of happiness, right? Like, there's happy moments, but like, they're not consecutive for 1 hour necessarily, right? Okay, is there even happiness to begin? Anyway, I can't.
Chaotic tower that it is to be a successful VTuber. Long story short, this community doesn't care who they need to step on or step over to get more followers. Now you're probably sitting here going, but Zyla, that's the internet in general.
Man, I'm glad I waited now. I'm glad I waited now, because I was gonna say that that is influencers in general and the internet in general. Okay, but I didn't, so.
And yeah, you're right. But the reason why I'm pointing this out is because the VTuber community has itself up on a high horse. They're claiming to be—
I feel like the question is not simple at all. There's so many variables to this fucking question, dude.
The exception of this bad behavior when they're actually the example. Before we get further into this, I do want it to be known that I will not be doing any—
See, you cannot be a bad member of the VTuber community if you're just not a member of it. Rise up, antisocial VTubers. Fuck being part of the fucking Twitter communities or whatever. I feel like, honestly, that's not even a trait of antisocial behavior. That's just smart. That's just smart. You gotta find people, in order to form actual community, right? You gotta find people who you share values with, who you share maybe hobbies and interests with as well. But values, I feel like, is one of the most important things. So you can find that through other people who know other people. That's pretty nice, you know. That helps. Like, when Angel Tail suggests people that I should follow, I'm like, okay, I'll check them out, because if you recommend them, they're probably good. Same goes for other people in the community, but, you know, it takes a while to find more people like that. It's a bit more difficult than just typing VTubers into Twitter, and I guess that's why a lot of people just type VTubers into Twitter and try to find their way that way. I don't know. Twitter is Twitter. Rise up, gamers.
Name dropping, going into specifics on certain VTubers or events, for examples, because this is a community issue, and I don't want to single anybody out. So you will have to take all of this with a grain of salt. You know, this is my experience. Yours might be different. That's understandable. Whatever. We good? So let's just get into like the overall.
Yeah, finding good people is really hard. It's actually true. Like, it's not easy to find people to build a community with. Especially if you don't have other people that connect you, you know, that already have the connection to the other communities that are also nice. But it's gonna take time, you know. good things are hardly ever easy, or something like that.
Overall entitlement issue. I know it's been said before, but I do genuinely think a very large part of the community has this idea that if they spend a lot of money on a hat, bro. That if they spend a lot of money on a hot-ass VTuber model with big booba, they would be an instant success.
That's so funny. That's so funny to me. I wonder. I mean, I guess you're probably right? I guess that is what people think. I couldn't imagine thinking like that because that's not how anything works in life. But, you know, some people do have ideas that are not compatible with reality. And I guess that would be a case of that. That would be a case of that. Tenti is saying the thing about values is really interesting since that means the VTuber community could never be a real community since a lot of it is oversensitive regarding controversial issues. Yeah, 100%. Not all people who VTube can be one community because they have vastly different values. It cannot happen, I feel, personally. Alex, don't call me out like this. Some people have ideas that are not in tune with reality. It just happens. That would explain why Big Booba is so comically overrepresented in the scene. I guess so. The Big Booba specifically, you think? Is that specifically a thing that people think will help them? For the Coomers, I guess. But do people really want a Coomer audience, though? Or do they just not think of... Maybe that's it. They just don't think about it. They're like, yeah, this will be successful because people like this. That would be then Coomers, I suppose. People like this because they find it attractive. But then those people who, you know, are trying to strive to gain an audience like that are not doing the next step of thinking, which would then lead them to the conclusion, what will these people be writing in my chat? What will these people be putting into the community that I'm trying to build? Maybe. I guess. Where are all those small Booba models? Where is the variety? I mean, I think there is quite a bit of variety, though, personally. Alex saying, you know, my uni motto the Lulu is the Salulu. Is simple and right. Simply right all of the time. I think the Booba model brings viewers is the same level of a stereotype like Twitch e-girls are popular because they're hot. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's been around forever, right? Hello, Faishal in YouTube chat. Hello, I see you. See, I told you not to cut yourself, Isabel. Now I cannot believe you've done this. Your lip? Okay, I've never shaved, but... Huh. Be careful. Anyway, yeah, that's exactly the same level of simplifying and stereotyping, I suppose. It's also not true, as everybody knows, but you know, some people still believe it, I guess. Tinty's saying, yeah, big Booba models might give short-term bump, but you gotta be entertaining to keep the audience. That's the key thing, right? That's the key thing. That's the crux of every streaming endeavor, any content creating endeavor. There's a lot of things that need to be, right? Tenchi picture, another one! There's, like that, for instance. You need Tenchi pictures on the screen. If you don't have Tenchi pictures on your screen, you're doing something very wrong. I could give you a puppy Tenchi picture. I have a folder called baby pictures. I should give you a picture of him as a puppy, actually. I think that would be good. A lot of these are very blurry because he is constantly in motion. Actually, we're doing the teddy, right? We could do like... We could do that. That one's cute too. Yeah, sure, let's do that one. Give us a puppy one or a cursed one, please. Yeah, puppy one it will be. This one is also... Oh man, which one should I choose? This one or this one? They're both... No, this one is great. It's gotta be this one, even though there's like something in there. Wow, very big. Once again, very, very big. I gotta save up a lot and redeem like so many Tenchi pictures, yes. It's like a piece of leg. Not a piece of leg. It's him with the same teddy. He looks so cute. He looks so cute. Your blood tastes nice for some reason. Maybe you have, I don't know. I always don't like the taste of my blood, personally. The size difference, I know, right? That's the same teddy bear. That's the same teddy bear as down there. He's so cute. He's so baby. Adorable. I miss him. He's the best. He's the best little guy. Now we've gone completely off topic by talking about Tenchi, but honestly, I'm never gonna be mad about it. I can't be mad about it. You like your blood taste too, really? I really don't like my blood taste, personally. That's not my favorite. We could put him in front of me a bit. Or we could put him in the, at least for this video, we could definitely put him in the top left corner because there's nothing there. There's just sky. Zecke only likes other people's blood taste. Yes, yes, of course, of course. Yeah, in character, kayfabe. I prefer dogs. I prefer dogs to cats, personally. But cats are cute, too. But I have a dog, so I prefer him. Wait, let me try. Okay, here, wait. Let me let me give you some of my blood. Next, a merch drop. It's just little vials of my blood. That would be a biohazard. Don't do this. Anyway, yeah, I never understood the big booba model sentiment. But then again, I also never believed into like you just have to be a cute e-girl in order to be attractive, in order to be successful on the internet sentiment, because it's not true. There's more factors that play into that. A lot of them, actually. Many factors. Anyway, continuing.
You know, thousands of views, subs, diehard fans, and being set for life, even if they deny it. That's what they thought. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do content creation as a job, but you need to be realistic about it. And a lot of VTubers just aren't.
Yeah, we talked about this too last time. I think last Friday, right, was when we watched the other video about VTubing and etc, etc, etc. Yeah, if you set out with the idea, like, I'm going to do this as my full-time job, and it'll be great, and I will never struggle for money, and I'm gonna be set for life. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's 9 times out of 10, or more realistically, 99 times out of 100. That is not going to work out, and you should definitely have a plan B or something, and don't invest a lot of money into it immediately. Just do it because you have fun with it. That's better anyway for your content, etc, etc. I don't need to repeat myself all the time. Yeah, the sentiment is just misogyny. It is. Also, I also do not know how to spell misogyny, by the way. I tried to spell misogyny earlier this week. I don't remember why. And didn't work.
You and me,
Very
they seem
sad.
a little bitter, actually. A little information about me. I personally became a VTuber because I was fucking lonely. I was in a dark place in my life, and I thought, you know, if I stream, I could force myself to play games, do art, the things I enjoy, while, you know, having some people around and not being alone.
I feel like, personally, I feel like that's also not the best incentive to becoming a VTuber or streamer, personally. I think that's not the best idea, because, surprise, your viewers are actually not your friends. Did you know this? Did you know this? Your viewers are not your friends, not automatically, and not generally. Your viewers are your viewers. That's a little bit of a different relationship. If you're lonely, I don't think streaming will fix that. I do not believe. No, actually, I'm very certain that is not the case. I don't know if she's going to be saying that because she's just saying that's how I started out, and maybe she'll say the exact same thing in a couple of seconds, but I don't know that because I didn't pre-watch the video. But no, streaming is not going to be the solution to your loneliness. You need some, like, actual connections. Sorry. It's how it is.
You know, a fun way to force myself to be productive again, and it worked for a while. Other people, however, it seemed that once they realized.
Okay, for her it worked, she says. Productivity as well, yeah, sure. Like, productivity I can see a little bit more. That, I guess, doing art on stream can help your productivity, I suppose. Because you're doing it publicly, I can see that. Public accountability, that sort of thing, maybe. Too scared of pausing to comment on the video now? Never. I'm just putting it out there. The possibility that she will say the same thing seconds later is in the room. But might not happen.
Is it expensive? VTuber model doesn't always equal success right off the bat. They suddenly got real fucking angry at anybody who was doing well. We're talking genuinely wanting to see people fail or get hurt. It almost felt like, to them, watching a bigger streamer fail meant that their audience would come down to the people with less views.
Doesn't work like that, as we know. It does not work like that. Getting too close to your viewers leads to ukulele apology videos. Exactly. We've seen this before. We know what this is.
Viewers, when that's not how that works at all, you still need a good personality and the drive to post content, you dumb. But really though, like, they actively hope that bad things will happen to bigger streamers. They'll go off on rants about how they don't think these people deserve the following they have.
That's really weird. That's really, really weird to me as well. Like, especially doing this in a semi-public space, right? And on Twitter is where this is happening. It's incredibly bizarre. Like, how do you think this is a good look on yourself? Why the fuck would you ever put this out there in a public space to begin with? Again, the feelings themselves aren't really valid either, of course, because one person's success does not equal your failure. I mean, we know that, but there we go. Can we turn it up? Yes, we can. I mean, I can only turn it up so much. It's now full volume. We have reached the maximum.
And, usually the one bitching about how unfair it is, being the one who doesn't post content, post to other platforms, or does anything to build their audience aside from bitching on Twitter. But, I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. I've seen people go as far as to cry that big corporate VTubers are all assholes and terrible because they don't bring on smaller streamers for collabs. Just let random people you don't know onto your stream and just hope that...
God, that would be... That's such a weird expectation. That's a very weird expectation. Also, wouldn't be super good, necessarily, because, the fan base difference could be rough. Don't worry, it's okay. I know you're not a groomer, Lamau. What? I mean, thanks, I guess. It seems like a direct result of wanting to stream as a job. Yeah, 100%. Like, if you go into streaming, especially VTubing as well, with the idea of this will pay my bills and it'll be great, you're going to be disappointed. I thought everybody knew that already at this point, but I guess there's always new people, huh? I guess there's always new people.
That they don't do know or say anything to get you in trouble with, I don't know, Twitch, your partners, VTuber Corporation, your sponsors, Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea. I'm sure that won't backfire at all. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves here. They usually stream with other big streamers because those people also have a lot to lose if they piss off the platforms they stream on. They can usually trust other big streamers to act professional, or at least what's considered professional in a VTuber setting, because for them, that is their job. Besides,
Wei hasn't Zecke collabed with me yet. She must be evil. This is true.
Why the fuck would anybody want to hang out with some random person they don't know who's demanding, rather rudely, that they are somehow entitled to your time and space? I know I fucking wouldn't. Like, block, bye. Like, what? It's not being mean, it's being realistic and having boundaries.
Yeah, I agree. Once again, I agree. Also, like, collabs are usually based off of, like, having talked for a little while, and just kind of being friendly with each other to begin with. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here, I think. I think everybody already knows and is on board with all of the things that I'm saying, so.
And besides, you all sitting here yelling about how mean and terrible big streamers are for not rolling out the red carpet for a person they don't know. Don't act like you're some innocent fucking victim. You look dumb. Because it is beyond clear that you only want to stream with these bigger creators to build a following for yourself off their back. You just want to use them. It genuinely does feel like every other person in this community has main character syndrome and they somehow think...
It's so funny. It's so funny watching a video about something that I'm completely removed from. Like, I have never watched or seen any of these people talk, so all of these points are somewhat new to me. It's like, oh god, they're actually saying all of that? Huh, interesting. Hasn't been brought up to me in the community. Like, I'm not in the community, so I'm just an outside observer looking at this and laughing at it. It's fun, yeah. I like her vibes. She seems very honest and thoughtful. She's like venting, but in a good way. Yeah, it's a nice little rant video. I agree with everything she said so far, aside from the streaming might cure your loneliness bit. But that wasn't like a pitch to the audience or anything. Like, this is the solution to cure your loneliness. No, that was just a personal anecdote, experience or something. Isabel saying, I'll only ever collab if Zecke offers it. I'm not gonna strong arm my way in. If you do that, shit, it is cringe. Also, impossible. Not only cringe, but also impossible. There's no way to strong arm your way into a collab, because that's not how life works. Surprise. Do a delaboration where your stream cancels out another broadcast. Do it with Rev. Now this is an idea I can get behind. Yeah, the VTuber community we are in is just pro-Palestine LGBT VTubers at the moment. That's why you gotta curate your community, right? And I mean, as well, It's easier to do when you have somebody who has connections to other communities and can tell you about it.
They're entitled to other people's time, space, money, and energy. Speaking about that, let's talk about boundaries or the lack of them. This does tie into the last point, but it does need its own section because holy fuck. The amount of motherfuckers who think that the VTubing scene is some form of speed dating is insane.
I think that the amount is more than one is already crazy. What? That's a thing? That is a thing? I'm so out of touch. But honestly, never been happier to be out of touch in my entire life. That's a thing? Really? Are you sure?
Like, why are you here? What? Go on OkCupid and creep people out over there, okay?
Hi, Aaron.
At
Hello.
least they expect it there. And I'm not talking about parasocial viewers here. I'd actually prefer that over this bullshit. Imagine this, okay? You interact with another streamer. You get along, kind of hit it off. Maybe you have a few calls and servers with other streamers you're both mutuals with, you know? Have a good time, and you finally decide,
Has happened before.
hey, you're pretty chill. I either consider you a friend or at least a very somewhat trusted.
Go on, Bumble, lol. Yeah, she's not talking about the creepy viewers who hit on us this time. No, that I understand. That I know. That I know. But not unlike me, who just hits you as I prefer. Obviously, no. It's apparently that happens with other streamers. I've never experienced this in my life, and the day I do, it will be a very unhappy day.
It's a mutual. Let's do a collab together. Then suddenly, this person decides.
Siska attacks you. Thank you. I'm out of touch. I'm out of time. And I've never been happier for it.
That means you want to date them. You.
I mean, I think I'm extremely safe from this by plastering arrow A's absolutely everywhere. So I don't think that will happen. But even before, well, okay, I talked to like literally 2 people before coming out. And became like friends with other people that I didn't already know in some sort of capacity as VTubers. And they were both very cool and chill. Maybe I think honestly, this couldn't happen to me for 2 reasons. 1, arrow A's. 2, I have an okay, not even good, just okay sense of people. Like, I would notice that, I think. And I would immediately be put off and not, and cancel shit, I think, personally. I mean, creepy men creators being in everyone's DMs is kind of a meme, isn't it? I mean, I guess. I suppose. But like, I guess, I don't know. But like, I guess, I don't know. There you go. That's my entire statement to this matter. I'm very unfamiliar with this entire thing. I don't know if people who can't read the room like that would read and understand arrays, though. Yeah, they wouldn't, but they, you know, maybe it's like a barrier. Calyx saying, it's not Out of Touch Tuesday, Zecke, do not sing the song of my people. But I am. Isabel saying, whoever does that shit to Zecke, I'll kick their ass. It wouldn't happen, don't worry. I'll not, if not, I'll have Juno's leftovers once they're done. Yeah, Juno can handle it too, that's very true. It's very true. I am a creator of creepy men. I like to draw them. So powerful. Please keep your creepy men in check, though. Apparently, as I've heard from others, they like to appear in DMs. Horrifying.
You, a streamer,
Me.
collabing with another streamer, basically the equivalent of a group project for your shitty 9-to-5, suddenly means to them that you want to date them. My voice.
I mean, I wouldn't equate it like that either, right? As an equivalent to a shitty group project for your 9-to-5. It depends. Some people do it like that, and I don't even think there's anything wrong with it or bad with it if you just see it as a purely business interaction. We're doing a business interaction. It's a collab stream, which is a business interaction. I see that. Like, yeah, you can do that, I guess, but also I wouldn't want to do that. I feel like talking to people that I don't like is the biggest chore of the universe, and I would rather do much many other different things. Thank you very much. Tinty saying, I forgot his name, but this one guy who is half of Nuxtaku's vids seems to be in every VTuber's DMs. Who? Amen, dude. Just me, Crow, Juno, and everyone else coming in like WWE wrestlers into the ring. Angel Tail has the chair. The folding chair. The metal folding chair. More the type of will eat your bone marrow creepy, less the slide in those DMs creepy. That is preferable. That is preferable. This confirms I'm not a VTuber. This is because I am not in the VTuber community on Twitter. People know, like, the only community I'm in, and that's also in quotation marks, because like I said, I only post art. It's all I do. Don't do anything else on Twitter. And I DM Evan art as well. That's also something that I do, but that's literally it. Would be QSMP, I suppose, but even then, like I said, I don't engage in any discourse, like, ever. I tried I tried once, but then I got bored, so Eating bone marrow actually helps you, though. I can get behind that, right? Exactly. Yeah, I'm more of a V artist at this point, honestly. But, like, content-wise, I do art too little in order to just be V artist, I guess. But I guess I also am. Anyway.
I just died at that. It's so stupid. This is the kind of bullshit you would go to HR for. And the next thing you know, they're telling all your mutual friends. You got other VTubers feed into their delusion, and they won't take no for a fucking answer because, oh, but we get along so well.
Jesus Christ. That sounds like they're talking from experience, by the way, and that's fucking terrifying, dude. Oh my God.
Everyone must be so great together. But you don't want to lose a friend, or you don't want to cause drama, and you're thinking, this is just a misunderstanding. They don't mean any harm by this. We'll just talk it out. It's fine. So you try to be civil about it. It keeps going.
Also, Bones Willwood reference. He's the only one who has them, so it must be. God, Isabel saying I used to be incredibly fucking creepy. Then I stopped being a nice guy. That is good character development right there. That is great character development. Where is this accent coming from? I think it's not Fun Day Friday. It's not Friday Fun Day. It's Sleepy Day Friday for me for today. It seems like it. I do art too little. It quickly hides the bear animatic and multiple QSMP animations. Well, yes. I do a lot of art, but I don't stream as much art, is what I mean. I have like one art stream a week. I feel like if you brand yourself as V artist, you should do like mainly art streams, right? Not that it matters, but yeah. What's wrong with being a nice guy? It's not like a guy. There's a big difference between a guy who is nice and a nice guy. You know, it's like an internet term, basically. Nice guy TMs. There's a whole subreddit for it where people post their horror stories with so-called nice guys who act like they're the best in the world and they only want good things for other people, but actually they are only in it for themselves, and the moment they receive a rejection they turn very not nice.
Downhill for 3 fucking months until it gets so uncomfortable and toxic that you just cut them off completely, and now suddenly you're the bad guy, and your personal issues with somebody who wouldn't take no for a fucking answer is suddenly posted all over Twitter. People are, for some reason, demanding you explain to them why you said.
That's such like high school drama too, right? That's like such high school drama. I'm glad I'm not in the VTuber community. Once again, this video is just me saying, ha, not my problem. for 20 minutes straight. That's great.
No. All right, then you do that, okay? 6 more times in 8 months, okay? Doesn't sound fun, right? And for full transparency, this is not my personal experience.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad for you. I'm glad for you and for me. I'm glad for us. We both didn't have to do this. That's great. I love it.
The frequency that I've watched this happen in my own circle and the community at large is, what's the word? Disgusting. And this bullshit with people trying to turn every person they stream with into a dating sim, then going all nice girl / guy TM on them, genuinely does get to the point where it's
yeah, like Caliban said, I'm so nice, why won't you sleep with me? I deserve it after how nice I was to you. Basically. Most Twitter drama just seems like high school drama. Yep, it's what it is, I guess, says Tindy. But everyone involved is in their late 20s. Yes, like, did you not have enough high school drama during high school? Do you want more? Is this necessary to you?
Harassment in some cases. And I'm bringing this up because this is almost normal in the community.
That's crazy.
It happens constantly.
That's wild.
And it's just looked at as normal. Because I don't know about you, but
I feel like this shouldn't be normal. I feel like most people who hear about this wouldn't consider this normal. I even think most VTubers wouldn't consider this normal. I honest to God believe a lot of VTubers, if not most VTubers, are actually not in this quote-unquote VTuber community that she is talking about, that is like happening on Twitter, because, well, they have more common sense than that, I suppose. I don't know. It's just not a good space to be in.
I'm here to make content, not deal with this.
Aaron liked high school. I was much closer with people. I liked high school too. I didn't like the drama, but also to be completely honest, my high school, in quotation marks, it's like we have a different school system, obviously, had not that much drama, at least not involving me. So I had a good time too. I liked it as well, personally.
Fucking preschool drama. A lack of boundaries doesn't end with that. Love bombing's a huge issue in this community. I never once went into any.
God, it's like a fucking cult, huh? Yeah, what Joestar is saying, exactly. Like, yeah, most people aren't part of the community that she's talking about. I really think so. It's like a subsection of community in Twitter on Twitter that should just be avoided. Isabel never liked school. Yeah, the experience is different for every person, right? Yeah.
Interaction with the idea of using
someone.
Like
she's describing a space that's kind of new, still small VTubers who may have not even started streaming yet and all of that. And of course, predominantly indie, obviously. So it's like, what's love bombing again? Love bombing is basically giving somebody a shit ton of attention, a shit ton of compliments, only in order to make them dependent upon you and your compliments. But they're like all obviously insincere.
Every person that I've called a friend, I do genuinely see them as friends, even if we don't communicate anymore. So when I found out just how common it was in this community to just tell people what they want to hear, of course we're friends, I love you, you're like family to me, just to disappear and use people as stuff.
I would distance myself. Dude, if somebody I talk to for less than a year, 2 years, said you're like family to me, I would say no. I would probably just ghost, honestly, but like I would just be like, nah man, I don't think that's true, dude. Like I would even have to think about like that with actual friends. Like that's a huge thing to say to somebody. You don't just say that to anybody. Like that's just insincere as fuck.
Stepping stones or throw them under the bus the second they're no longer convenient broke my fucking heart. Because there's some genuinely great people here. I have never seen this be such a constant.
They should leave. They should leave the quote-unquote here. They shouldn't be there anymore. Here, in quotation marks, seems like to be a very bad space. Don't be there anymore. It doesn't sound like a good idea. You should leave the VTuber community if this is what the VTuber community is like for you. Honestly. Swear down. Family to me is crazy. Well, yeah, that's like a huge level. I get weird vibes from people who are like that, right? Like it's way too much, way too quick. I don't trust that. Run, little bat, run. Yeah, please run. This doesn't sound like a good space to be in. It really doesn't sound productive. Like take the 2 people you actually like and just don't interact with that anymore. Isabel saying I do the sincere version of love bombing. Well, then it wouldn't be love bombing if it's sincere. Never do that gross manipulation shit. Fuck those people, man. Yeah. Like, then it wouldn't be considered love bombing if it's,
issue in
like
any other community I've been in aside from VTubing. And this shit's a two-way street. You aren't going to be super close or even friends with every single person you collab with. That's just how it is. It's a job.
That depends. Again, like, depends how often you collab with people. If you want to, like, ride that hustle, collab with a shit ton of people in order to do networking, you can do that. I said that before, not a problem. And then of course you don't have to be friends with every person, but other people just don't want to collab with people who aren't, at least on some level, like actually their friends. Some people is me. I am some people. I don't want to speak to fucking strangers on stream. I feel like that's unnecessary. I feel like that doesn't do anything for me. Like why would I do that? Aside from, clout, question mark? I don't really see the purpose for it.
Job for a lot of people. And a lot of people need to learn that.
You are like my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. A powerful and eternal entity. Of course. Yeah, the only people, Calix says, who are like family to me, besides my actually family, lol, is my small circle of close friends who have seen the worst of me. Oh my god. Is that me? Imagine it's not. Imagine you just say, nah, not you. Would be funny. I feel like streaming with people you aren't friends with will be obvious at some point. That too, right? Like, I don't know. I can't imagine that being super enjoyable necessarily for people. If you meet on stream for the first time and maybe you don't have any chemistry at all and you don't like each other. Like, there can be occasions for meeting on stream, like if you're doing something in order to further a cause, for instance, so you already have shared values. Once again, if you have shared values with if I have shared values with someone, I would consider doing a stream with them for the first time ever, even though that would take a lot of you know, getting to actually do it. It wouldn't be super easy to do, I think, but I could consider it. You can be you, haha. It is though. Pino saying the only one who is like family to me is my gremlin cat. Love that little fellow. So real, so true. Yeah, like a debate stream with random call-ins can be a reason to bring in random people. Yeah, but that's a way different like atmosphere or something, right? I don't know. I feel like also collabing with people that you don't know really well, like she said earlier in the video too, can be really dangerous and not that good of an idea for multiple reasons. Like, what if they turn out to be a person that just is morally very wrong? This can happen. Anyway, it doesn't mean that it can't be fun and entertaining, but it doesn't sound like a thing for me. Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to do it, it's like, that's fine. You know, you can do it. It can be fine, etc. But I wouldn't personally.
That if someone doesn't want to interact with you further than a work relationship, you need to fucking respect that. But you can't just pretend to be someone's friend either. It is a very normal and well-known occurrence in this community that people are just gonna, you know, befriend each other, let them open up, just to leverage what they can use against them later on. Both.
Bro, it's so bad out there, dude. It's so bad out there. What the hell? I did start streaming today. I can't actually just do a debate stream. Oh, Poggies, Crow streams. How was your stream? Tell me about it.
Both sides are very shitty. Honesty is a very unknown concept in the Underdark known as the VTuber community. Motherfuckers got me rolling for insight 5 times a day. Okay, listen. I joke about it here and there, but I don't make it a big part of my content, so I'm saying this right now.
Tell me about it.
I'm a woman kisser. Okay? So we'll talk about this.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, why is friendship online so distorted? I think it's because it's influencers specifically. I think it's because it's content creators. I don't think it's online in general. I would hope. I also don't think it's every content creator, because I've made friends with content creators before and we did not have any issues, even if we like stopped talking a lot just because I don't want to talk all the time. That's honestly, it's always, if you ever see me stopping talking to a person, mostly it's me, just because I'm like that. But like, it's still fine. It's still fine. Oh, she gay? Apparently. A woman kisser. No mames. Yeah, I mean, I feel like being a snake is just also not fun like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see any positive things coming out of that. I just want to make my content. And that's it. TTRPG reference and woman kisser is very good. But kissing, that is very icky. Now we do have to balance these two truths. Anyway.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, for the first half a year or so, I felt pretty safe as an LGBT girly in the VTuber community. That is until some mutuals of mine and myself started to notice a few fucky-wucky things going on.
Please elaborate. Please elaborate. Should I barge ahead or should I listen? I barge ahead. I don't listen. I never listen. Mansplain. Anyway, oh, hi, Tenchi. I'm sorry. I'm yelling and he comes up to me and coughs. He's coughing, baby. Am I hydrogen bomb? Oh my god, I'm hydrogen bomb. If he is coughing baby, then I am hydrogen bomb. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway. What I wanted to say is, how do I circle back on that? Is he okay? He is okay. He's still recovering from his cold. He has a cold. No, don't fight Tenchi. I only do it in good fun. Thank you. I believe. Being manipulative has to be so exhausting. I should know. Like, yeah, being manipulative is a lot of work. You gotta keep all of your your head on a swivel in order to do it well, and apparently these people don't, because everybody notices their shit. So they're not really putting their back into their manipulation. Mansplain. Oh, Tenchi. Yeah. Little guy. Okay. What I was gonna say is she said something about not mentioning a lot that she's a woman kisser. If that means lesbian, I don't know. Maybe. Or might mean pan, might mean bi. Doesn't matter. Queer, either way. And she said something about not mentioning it a lot anymore. I think it's very valid to mention and like brand yourself with your sexuality and identity as well, just because that means that you always you automatically create a safe space for people who are also part of the community, because they know, oh, you're one of us. Chances are extremely high you're not going to be phobic. But we'll see what she actually talks about in this regard. Also, hello, Theo and the Mountain Guy. Hello, and John. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, she's a lesbian? Okay, good to know, good to know. I mean, I guess. Thank you. Calix saying, lol, he's just like me. My mom called this person because I didn't call her all week and she was worried that I had died because I have a bit of a cold. Happens. It happens. Yeah, Tenji at least is always here, so I know that he hasn't died. He's just vibing. I think it's also getting better, the cold, right? I'm asking him as though he will answer. Isabel saying, I don't know how to describe it, but I can tell you're genuine. You wouldn't try to take advantage of anyone. Yeah, it's true. You just want to do your thing, have fun, and do the best you can for the world. It's true. Yay. Yay. I'm a good person. Fuck everyone else. I don't think you even have the capacity to do evil. I think every human being has the capacity to do evil given the right circumstances, actually. Now, it depends kind of how you define evil, I guess. I'm just too based to have any, like, evil intentions. But, like, depending on who defines what evil is, definitely. But that depends. Anyway, I want to know what she actually says about it.
It became very apparent that what seemed like support started to stink bad. Kind of like that stack of dishes in your depression room. We started to notice a very large...
Sorry, the targeted attack missed. My room is fairly alright. There's one plate here from the breakfast I had today, and that's all. Ha! Owned. Evil Zecke arc when... What are we gonna do on our evil arc? Become capitalists? Bye, Pino, by the way, bye-bye. Also, Aiden saying, I feel like being a lesbian or bisexual and a VTuber is very common. Yeah, an enjoyed thing due to maximum flirting potential, which is kind of wacky. I dropped my pen and I scared my dog. Ugh, so sad. Life is so sad. Now I'm trying to pick up my pen, but also don't want to bend out of frame. I did it. I have my pen again. Anyway. Yeah, you're right, Aiden. Potential. Let me pet you.
Amount of people that only had something to say about minority or world issues as long as it was trending, and they could attach a bunch of hashtags to it, you know, using their minority mutuals or friends as clickbait for clout during months dedicated to a certain group, only to then use those same posts to cover up their own bad behavior later on. No Twitter.
Well, that's obviously bad. Yes. Again, I think I agree with like every point in this video. Yeah, obviously. Do not use LGBT friends, especially, or even your own LGBT identity in order to cover up other bad things that you did. Like George Santos. Like, don't be George Santos. No, he doesn't really do that, but like some people will claim George Santos slayed. He doesn't slay that much. He does still suck, but he is very funny because he is extremely queer. Anyway. No, I know what she means.
Officer, I can't be a bad person. I tweeted on November 15th of 2022 that homophobia is bad. Therefore, anything I did or said afterwards doesn't count. The part that really pisses me off, though.
Yeah, that's hypocritical, and bad. Also, Erin said, she said, if you're gay, you don't have to worry about other type of phobics. Maybe. so I decided to talk about it. Ah, that was the last one. Okay. That was what I would. Okay, you were explaining it to somebody else in chat, so I shouldn't even have read that. Fine. This fellow queer is saying saying every goddamn issue I have with this hellhole, and I love it. Yeah, it's very nice. It's a nice video. I had to deal with fake allies a while back. The feeling of betrayal is so surreal. That's also very interesting because that has never happened to me before. But also, once again, as we know, I am not in the community. Also, that was a YouTube chat discussion that I just read out. So don't worry if you're confused about that.
Is the constant habit of talking over minorities and telling us what we should be upset about. Now, this has been brought up with other communities in VTubing, but I'm only going to speak on the side of LGBT here because it's not my place to speak about the race issues since I'm
white.
Well, yeah, anyways.
Yes, you can say white. It's okay. Caucasian, I guess. If that is what you're implying, I would assume. Me too. By the way, I'm German. Probably a bit of Polish in there. So extremely pasty. like I said before, I still think you can talk about issues that do not directly affect you. As a matter of fact, sometimes it's kind of good to have somebody speaking about issues that do not directly affect them because they are in a position of privilege and would sooner be listened to than somebody who is in a position of being oppressed. So it's not actually that bad if people talk about it, but talking over people, of course, that is, yeah, don't do that. Don't disregard somebody's opinion completely, just because you are in a position of privilege and they are in a position of oppression, obviously, right? Yeah, clear. I mean, yeah, German doesn't necessarily imply whiteness. Of course, yes, this is true. It's a concept anyway.
There have been numerous occasions now where an issue involving the LGBT community has come up with a streamer doing or saying something shitty. And while I do genuinely believe...
Name names, please. I want to know what the fuck's going on. Do call-outs, please. Hi, PJ. Hello. Oh, you gotta go? Rager wants to play with me. Be right back. Have fun. See you. Have fun playing.
That terrible behavior should be called out. That's not what this is anymore. I have seen so many times now. Someone will get accused of being an asshat. They provide evidence against it. And yet,
German and a bit of Polish maybe is so real. Yeah, we all have one Polish grandma, I feel like. It's the vibe. I mean, we're East German too, so yeah. it very much makes sense.
Yet the VTubing community just pretends they don't see the evidence.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like, if I knew what she was talking about, maybe I would know what she was talking about, but I don't. I have no idea what she's referencing here. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a situation clearly that you're speaking on that I have no idea what it's even about.
If I don't look at it, it doesn't exist. This post can't bother me because I can't read. You know, that kind of bullshit? Because why admit that you might be wrong when you can just feed into the mass rage and get easy followers from it?
Like, the thing is, I don't even know what kind of discussion it's referencing specifically to begin with, so I can't comment on it because I literally don't know what it's about. No idea. He gets fucking shot and dies. No.
Or even worse, there have been times where
no.
members of the LGBT community itself will say, hey, you know, it's okay. We don't think it's offensive. It's not that big a deal, guys. And then suddenly we're being turned on by the people who apparently care about us so much.
Yes. That is a problem. See, this is a good example because then I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like, that's a problem when single members of the community turn around and, you know, speak for the entire community as though they have that authority to do so. That's never good. It's never good and never true.
While they're sitting over there sending death threats in the name of our community, which doesn't help, okay? That makes shit fucking worse. You aren't helping us. But that doesn't matter because the point of you doing this isn't because you want to help, is it? And while a lot of people acting like this in the community that I've noticed are not LGBT, there are definitely LGBT people who jump on this. And I want to say something directly to you, okay? Everything else aside real fast.
To them.
I get it. I understand.
To me?
The world is shitty for
who?
us right now, especially for our trans friends and family. People online can try to ignore it or say that we're overreacting, but...
Yeah, no, it's quite shitty. That is very true. Why do people want to be mean to everyone all the time? It's just, yeah, it's sad, right? I agree.
140 anti-trans
unnecessary too.
bills is not something we're exaggerating. Rising violence and homicide against people just trying to live their lives is very real. You have a right to be upset. You should be upset. I am too. But the issue here is that misdirecting it is causing more harm than good for everyone involved. And I do really think that's what it is. I think that the reason why you're joining in on this anger with people who are using our community for clout and rage bait.
I feel like I still don't know exactly what we're talking about. Like, which instance is this? I don't know is the problem. Like, I can't really picture the example of what she's currently referencing, so I don't really know how to respond to it. But like, yes, like, I agree so far. What she's saying sounds very reasonable, but once again, I don't know what she's referencing exactly. Hi, Bro Dragon, hello.
Is because you're scared. You are rightfully scared and angry, but you don't have the ability to direct that at people who are actually causing the harm, so it's getting taken out on a different outlet. It's getting taken out on people who have nothing to do with the shitty decisions being done. It's getting taken out on people playing certain video games or watching...
okay, I know what you're talking about now. Thank you. I got the hint, I think. I guess it's talking about the Hogwarts, like, amongst other things, talking about the Hogwarts Legacy situation, which I don't want to talk about anymore. We've talked about this way, way, way too much, and every time anybody mentions it, it goes way too fucking far. But TLDR, I'll try to make it as quick as possible just to get it in here. I think it's valid for people to show that they don't like when their real life friends, family, whatever people online show blatant disregard for their struggles, because those people showing blatant disregards for their struggles in little instances, such as publicly streaming Hogwarts Legacy when the whole controversy was going on, you know, it's just one example, there's many others, that is just a little indicator for the fact that they, in general, don't really give that much of a shit, sadly, you know, if it's taken like in this instance, we're like completely removed from everything else. And then that does mean that they do have an influence on things that happen. Like, they're not going to vote in favor of trans rights in that case if they don't care, you know. They're not going to be helping, they're not going to be in solidarity with trans issues when the day comes where they should stand up and speak up. They're not going to do it, and that is detrimental, and so I understand why people are mad about it, but I don't want to talk about it in detail again today.
Shows are listening to certain music. The world is shitty. People need to have a little bit of ignorance to enjoy things.
Did your trans friend stream it? Like, if you play it in your own fucking house, I don't fucking care. If you stream it now, probably I also don't fucking care anymore because nobody talks about it anymore. But when it was like a hot button issue on the internet and people were saying, hey, please don't stream this because, you know, the woman who made this franchise is the #1 funder of anti-trans legislation in the UK. This kind of sends a message that you don't really care about us, and then people do it anyway. I find that not so nice. But if you play it in your own home, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, who cares? That's all. That's all. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We've talked about this a million times. I don't want to talk about it anymore, please.
And not be depressed constantly. And that's okay. As long as someone is self-aware and they're not actively making excuses for bad behavior, that's fine. It is not the be-all tell-all to decide if someone's a good person or not. I mean, Disney was an absolute piece of shit, but I'm not going to sit here and accuse someone who went to Disneyland for a vacation that they agree with all of his old opinions. Nor am I going to stop having a deep love for the movies that I grew up with. I can point out and admit that they're real shitty in some cases.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different thing, enjoying something for your own time and talking about it on a public platform and therefore promoting it. Like I said. We all support horrible people with our money in some way. That is 100% true. You know, society, no ethical consumption under capitalism and all that. But promoting it publicly is another step to take. I feel like that's a fair distinction to make, in my opinion, especially at the time when it is a hot button issue that people are actually talking about. And it's like a statement thing. It's not a like monetary thing. It's a statement thing, in my opinion. But I don't want to talk. Can we move on? I liked it better when I didn't know what you were talking about. We've made like fucking I've talked about this fucking video game for hours now.
But watching them doesn't mean that I condone the assholes who made them. And again, the most viewed videos or posts that I have personally seen that are flat out going, you can't play this game or watch this movie or listen to this music because that'll make you a bigot. They're not usually LGBT people. They're quote unquote allies, and it grinds my fucking...
I don't think I've ever seen a video, just like a video dedicated to don't do this, but that's just me, once again. The real reason you should feel bad about playing the game is because it's lame. That's so true. Also, I see you, Peppepedia, I see you.
In gears. Not only do these rage tweeters not give a flying fuck about us or our community, but they're just giving actual bigots a bigger fucking target. Okay. We all knew that this was coming. Again, this can technically tie into all the other points I've made, but this does need its own subsection like the rest.
Oh, I didn't read this. Wait. Eating each other alive for clout. Okay, cannibalism, slay.
So then, because what the flying fuck, you guys? I have been on the internet for a lot longer than I probably should have been. I have been in countless communities. I've made art and content for other fandoms, groups, websites. I've been everywhere. I was on Tumblr during the Sonic Social Justice era. I watched that all go down, and the FNAF...
Yeah, I know about that too.
...artist who shall not be named. I have seen
I know about
shit,
all of that as well.
Yet I have never, never seen another community that tears itself apart from the inside out to the extent that I've seen the VTuber community do.
Okay, yeah, true, right? I kind of forgot. As we were talking about this, I kind of forgot that we are actually talking about the VTuber community, which is actually just a specific community on Twitter that I don't know much about because I don't use Twitter the way that other people do.
While being so fucking giddy about it. Now, you may have heard the term
Yeah,
VTuber
also,
before.
because exactly what Calibot is saying. Doesn't seem like she's heard about the online left. I thought that was what we were talking about when she introed the section, and then it was like the VTuber community, and I was like, oh yeah, right, that's what we're talking about. Because yeah, the online left is extremely infighty, and I can't imagine anybody being more infighty than them, but okay. There is overlap, that's true. That is very true. I'm not in the VTuber community, so I'm not the overlap after all.
VTubers who hardly stream and spend all of their time on Twitter waiting with foam at the mouth to grab any piece of drama they can. And like I said before, the point of them doing this is jump on any issue or drama that's being talked about so they can make a post going, well, I would never do that. Look at me. I'm such a good person. You should follow me. And this type of clout chasing got dangerous really fast because it went from calling out legitimate, terrible behavior and abuse to ruining people's lives over minor personal issues for like 5 extra followers.
Yeah, I guess that happens. Like I said, once again, not in it to win it, not in the VTuber community that you're talking about. I think call-out posts can be helpful when the person is an active threat on the internet to other people. Like, the person is the type of person to go into Discords and purposefully cause harm, right? Something like that. That's good. Then you should do a call-out post because people should know about that. If you had beef with them in the past and it's like very personal, then you shouldn't do a call-out post, I think, personally.
I have seen on more occasions than I have fingers on my hands at this point, situations where a VTuber has been accused of something, and no matter what the situation is, no matter how big or small it is, people not only instantly believe it without needing any evidence at all, but treat the issue as if the streamer flat out fucking killed someone, regardless of the severity of it. Death threats to—
Once again, I don't see a lot of this, so I can't really comment on it. That's very common though, I guess, like the whole cancel culture in big quotation marks thing, because there's a lot of outrage. Step one, somebody says, you are bad, you did blank. Okay. Step 2, there's a lot of outrage about it. Step 3, nothing happens. Everything goes on exactly as before. So it's like, yeah, it's all just a lot of hot air, honestly. So, nah, you know what I mean? Would just make the call out completely and immediately career ending like H-bomb for the guy. Yeah, H-bomb style. Like that, no, this is a good approach. That's 4 hours of evidence. So
them, their family, their friends, harassment, doxing, you fucking name it. I recall one situation—
Yeah, the internet definitely loves to call out people. And also, yeah, I agree. Also agree with Aaron. That's to the previous segment. I agree with, like, the right also fights, but they don't do it the same way that the online left does, I guess.
Where that started happening to somebody over being accused of stealing a design.
They did me, and they did blank. Oh no. Good reason to be called out, question mark?
Simply for having similar color palettes. For fuck's sake. When you create this type of environment where you want to be in the majority's favor so that you can get easy followers, you need to be mad with them, regardless if you think the issue deserves the amount of backlash it's getting or not. That community is no longer safe. They will turn on you in an instant, no questions asked. Your friend can make up a lie about you because you pissed them off on a random Tuesday, and suddenly you're the next target. Even if you know what's being said isn't true, nothing that you say or show them will matter because they've already decided that you're in the wrong.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I agree that there are
good clip. Let's go. Good clip.
Terrible people online who need to be called out for their bullshit, mainly to make other would-be victims aware. But that's not what this is anymore. There is one incident that sticks out.
Yeah, that's what I talked about too, basically. Like, when is it a good idea to make a call-out post? When is it not a good idea? You know. But once again, most of these are pretty inconsequential for the most part, so.
About this. And I'm sorry, but this is going to be vague. I debated on it for a while, but I finally decided that I wasn't going to drag specific people into this for many.
Right, yeah, you didn't name any names at all in this video, which I understand partially, but also sometimes it's good to name what you're talking about, because otherwise it's a little confusing. But I see both arguments, yeah.
Reasons. So again, grain of salt. A rather large VTuber was accused of doing something pretty fucking shitty a few months back. Something that, when I first heard about it, I was upset. I admit that I believed it at first because of just how upset everyone was. And I was sad that another big streamer was—
Yeah, maybe I would like to know names in this one. I have no idea what you're talking about. Once again, I have no idea. I have no idea. Bro Dragon saying, I don't know what I think of this girl. The whole last segment was a bit red flaggy. I'm not sure. I'm kind of on guard, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think for the most part she's based. Just my assessment of the matter was a little yeah, for the most part it's fine. Might be quite maybe, could be. Quite had allegations that were then disproven, right? But that was a while ago, no?
Because I genuinely don't understand why it's so hard to just not be terrible, you know? But then, said streamer came back with proof that they didn't do what they were being accused
might
of.
Be quite,
proof
yeah.
that you could personally check, by the way. Proof I did personally check, by the way. And they were telling the truth. And that's great. It was a misunderstanding, and there isn't another jackass in the community. That's great. That's a good thing, right? And not really. Not only did the VTuber community on Twitter just completely—
But I don't know if he's considered a VTuber. I mean, technically, but I don't know if he would be considered a VTuber in this space or not. Don't know, either Callie maybe? I don't know. I really do not know. I don't know. That's okay.
Ignore the proof.
But would that also good question, like, but would I know what she's talking about if she named names? Maybe, but maybe not. The chances are, I mean, like we established, I'm not in the community, so might as well not be the case.
And did it just flat out didn't exist so that they could stay mad? Or even more asinine, people claim that the proof didn't matter? I even watched someone go as far as to just flat out make up random quotes the streamer never said, that the community on Twitter would then share around because no one bothers to check their fucking sources. But that's the game. They don't check their sources because they don't care. They ignore the evidence because they want to. They pick whichever side helps them get more followers at the moment, not who's actually in the right. The lack of morals disgust me to no fucking end. So I left.
And that's no good edited. Oh, you did leave! Etiquette is what I was gonna say, but I said edited instead. Whoops. Anyway, you did leave! Well, that's great. That's what I suggested.
About
amazing.
8 months ago, I deleted Twitter from my phone. Only went on to post things here or there, like maybe once every 2 months. Don't check my feed, blocked VTuber tags on TikTok, you name it. Because I'm done.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm done.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm done with the toxic, fake positivity to lure people in to use just when it's convenient. I'm tired of them talking over and using minority or world issues they don't actually care about just to get new followers. I'm tired of the lack of boundaries, the constant doom and gloom, and the gaslighting if you have the gall to try and bring up that something's wrong.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't have to interface with any of that, and I'm fine, so yeah, should be good for you too.
And to be honest, I'm probably gonna lose some friends when I post this. But that's okay. I just want to be a virtual creator, not a VTuber. Not if this is what being a VTuber means now. I don't even think this will get a lot of views anyways.
It got a good amount of views for your channel size, 100%. Got a nice amount of views, I think. It's interesting. It's an interesting video. Good structure and everything. Obviously, God, why am I in the fucking teacher mode again? Yeah, it was well structured. I could see the the through line through the video was pretty clear. You presented your arguments quite well. Oh man. I don't know why I want to critique these like that every time I get to the end of one, but like, yeah, it was good. It was a good video. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I agree with most of the things said in it, aside from some minor things. Yeah, most of like this tiny, this weird drama between small creators on Twitter does not bother me at all. Haha. A picture? Oh my god. And this whole thing seems like the whole cancel culture is used for clout rehashed all over again. Yeah, it's like it doesn't really... I don't think it really works like that. It's just something that people do like to do, though. They like to jump on those sorts of trends, like, we're gonna cancel this and this person. They like to do that. That is true. But I don't think it brings them a lot of clout, one. Most of the time, I don't think it's very effective. And also, it doesn't really cancel the person being canceled. Most of the time. That is not, in fact, what happens. Also, I see the conversation in YouTube chat, but you're, like, talking about something that's not like, I don't think I have to. It's like a conversation between you guys, I think, right? So I'm seeing it. It's okay. The toxic gossip train is alluring. It's so true. And it has this jaunty little tune on it, too. Yeah, that's a good... sure, I'll subscribe. Why not? That's a nice video. I like it. She spoke clear and without stuttering. Also didn't read off her page too much, but held eye contact, Miss Zecke. It's true. Yeah, very much appreciated. Yeah, you're off topic. That's okay. You can be... like, chat can be off topic a little bit. That's absolutely fine. Just wanted to make sure, I have my eye on you as well. Is important. Wow, we spent way too long on this. I mean, I wanted to, and it was interesting, so I guess it's fine. We're gonna talk about serious stuff now, and I'm gonna remove, or I'm just gonna cover. Am I gonna put him down here next to the other one and just cover the text? Would that be all right? I don't think we care that much about the text, to be honest. I'll make you smaller so we can actually see the entire screen, and I'll put you next to him. So you're still there. It's like a believes in chat. You can be whatever, even off topic. I know, amazing. We're gonna talk about real stuff now. This is actually a W, though. This is actually a W. I think Vitas was really happy about this. This was still from last week. Well, not last week. Last news stream, actually. Dutch lawyer seeks a civil court order to halt the export of F-35 fighter jet parts to Israel. He's suing the state. Let's fucking go. The Hague. Netherlands AP. Human rights lawyer went to court in the Netherlands on Monday to call for a halt to the export of fighter jet parts to Israel that could be used in attacks on Gaza. Like, go to court for it. Hell yeah. That's one way to use your, like, lawyer status for good in the world. Very Phoenix Wright. Extremely Phoenix Wright, in my opinion. Also, yeah, like Bro Dragon said on the previous subject, still, think about it, most people who have been cancelled still have their audience, so it really doesn't do much. Yeah, like 100%. Especially if they're big creators, it's basically nothing. The organization alleged that delivery of parts for the F-35 jets makes the Netherlands complicit in possible war crimes being committed by Israel in its war with Hamas, as they call it. The civil case in The Hague opened as the Israeli military renewed calls for mass evacuations from the southern town of Khan Yunis, where tens of thousands of displaced Palestinians have sought refuge in the recent weeks, as Israel had told them it was safe, right? As it widened its ground offensive and bombarded targets across the Gaza Strip, the rights lawyers want the Hague District Court to issue, I don't know if I say that right, by the way, but that's fine, to issue an injunction banning the export of F-35 parts that are stored in a warehouse in the town of Woensrecht. Or something like that. Like, go for it. I'm so glad. Also, this website is shit. They keep their fucking new this fucking bar at the top in the screen the entire time. I hate it. Will that really do anything, or is it just another pro-Palestine publicity stunt though? I mean, I guess that's a valid question to ask, but if they actually push it through, I feel like that's great. I also think, especially in Europe, now I don't really know about the Netherlands, but in Germany, I'm speaking from a German perspective, right? Even in Europe, I would prefer a publicity stunt to doing nothing, because like the status quo is just being pro-Israel. So like even doing anything like that is already a step way in the right direction, as opposed to just chilling with the public opinion of Israel is the best. Silly Belgian names. Silly. Wait, aren't they Dutch? The state must immediately stop the delivery of F-35 parts to Israel, lawyer Lisbeth Zeglev told the court, citing government documents. Zeglev said that Dutch customs asked the government if it wanted to continue exports after the October 7 attacks by Hamas that triggered the Israel-Hamas war. The warning that the fighter jets can contribute to serious breaches of the laws of war does not, for the Dutch state, outweigh its economic interest and diplomatic reputation. That's a good TLDR of most states right now, currently. Yeah, I might be too jaded by publicity stunts, sorry. It's alright. I understand. Government lawyer Reimer Welluis urged the court's single judge to reject the injunction, saying that even if it were to uphold the rights lawyers' legal argument and ban exports, the United States would deliver these parts to Israel from another place. Now, this is not wrong, so Rainer, not that Rainer, it's Reimer, it's a different guy. It's apparently illegal to support a country committing war crimes in America, and yet, that's odd, huh? A law nobody listens to. How do you lawsuit that though? Yeah, could Biden get in trouble after presidency? I don't think so. I don't think that they will do anything in regards to that at all. Reimer V is the Dutch Rainer W. No. A pro-Palestine publicity stunt is still leagues better than a pro-Israel publicity stunt. Exactly. That's my sentiment as well. He added that Israel has the right to self-defense. Of course, he would. Israel must be able to respond to threats from the region, which they are already able to do. They have the Iron Dome. We're very well aware that they have the resources in order to shoot down any attacks coming their way quite efficiently, actually. That must, of course, happen within the framework of international law, Verhuis said, which it's not. Surprise, it definitely hasn't been. He added that the government believes that a clear risk of serious breaches of international law, though that serious breaches through the use of F-35s cannot at the moment be established. Well, I mean, I feel like you could just look at what is happening in Gaza at the moment and kind of draw your own conclusions. But sure, a ruling is expected within 2 weeks and can be appealed. Is it paused until then? I would assume so, right? I would assume it's paused until then. That would be good. Die eiserne Kuppel sounds very German. It does. It is also. Hi, Angel again. It's awesome to have direct action, general strikes, and arms shipment blockades for Palestine solidarity. But maybe this tweet poet... Oh, yeah. I think we might get to that. Or is this a separate thing? Might be a separate thing too. This tweet by poet Mohammed El-Kurd could soothe your soul too. That's the link. If you're non-Palestinian, hang the Palestinian flag from your window, get an anti-Zionist bumper sticker, put a flag in your bio, join, well, the Palestinian flag, obviously. Join a Palestinian organization. Give someone a book on Palestine. Visible solidarity, albeit often symbolic, is needed in a climate so hostile to us. Also a thing that I wholeheartedly agree with. Don't worry. You can come in and out of the chat as suddenly as you like. That is absolutely not an issue. Thank you very much. I always appreciate it when you are here. Solidarity chat. Hi, Damakuno. Hello. Yes, my friend has noticed this too, right? My Palestinian friend has noticed that is the thing he's most surprised about is the public reception to everything now, because he's seen, this is basically his words, I remember he told me about this, he's seen white women who look like the biggest Taylor Swift fans, probably Republicans, that's just the visual appeal of them, on TikTok posting about Palestine and being pro-Palestine, and that's just the most shocking, surprising thing for him in the year 2023. So, it's changing the public climate, and that is not unimportant, right? I will not stand for the Swiftie slander. I also have Swiftie friends. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you know, the Swifties, I fear the Swifties. See, I can use another friend that I have to be like, no, don't worry. I'm friends with Swifties too, don't worry. Oh boy. Taylor Swift fans and Republicans seems like a pretty small overlap. Really? Okay. The cult has infiltrated Zecke community. They just seem very conservative, right? But maybe they're not. I don't know. We can have Swiftie friends who are critical of Swift. So it's a double showdown. True. Oh, wait. The one Swiftie I know is anti-Deutsch. Jesus. What's going on? Shit. I just remembered what the next segment in my fucking docket is. This is something that I put on the docket from last stream as well. And it's a sad story. It's not a good story. It's not a fun day story. But alas, I feel like talking about it makes sense as well. This is a story talking about a Palestinian student in Vermont who describes realizing he was shot, an extreme spike of pain. Shot because he was standing up for Palestine. One of the 3 students of Palestinian descent who were shot in Burlington, Vermont last weekend described the moment he realized he was wounded in an interview with CBS News. No good news. Really bad news. Kinan Abdallahim, close, Abdalhamid, yes, I'm trying, said that right after the shooting, he thought his friend might be dead and wanted to call 911. Can I close you? Thank you. Then he experienced an extreme spike of pain. I put my hand where the pain was, and then I looked at it, and it was soaked in blood. Abdalhamid told CBS News Errol Barnett in an interview, CBS's News Errol Barnett, that's his name, in an interview that aired Thursday evening. I was like, holy shit, I was shot. It'll explain the circumstances in a second. Oh my god, your fire alarm. No, Warren, go get it. Abdalhamid, who is a student at Haverford College, was shot Saturday night along with his friends Tahsin Ahmad and Hisham Awatani while walking down a street. They were in Burlington visiting the home of a relative for Thanksgiving, police said, when an armed white man, without speaking, allegedly discharged at least 4 rounds. So they weren't even doing anything. They weren't even, like, on a fucking protest or doing anything to begin with. They were not even shot for supporting Palestine. They were just shot for being Palestinian. Absolutely terrifying that this can still happen in our fucking progressive world. We were speaking kind of Arab-ish, Abdalhamid said, so a mix of Arabic and English. He, the gunman, without hesitation, just went down the street, pulled out a firearm pistol, and started shooting. That is unfathomable. This is literally post 9/11 America, I guess. Yeah. Is this about the 3 cousins or something? I think we covered them. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about this yet. I just put it on the docket last time, but I'm, like, fairly certain that I didn't get to it. I think, because it's fairly new. It was posted on November 30th. So, it's terrifying for sure. Yeah, maybe it could have been that it was somewhere else as well. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if they're cousins. They have different last names. But maybe, I don't know. 2 of the victims were wearing kifiyehs, the black and white checkered scarf that has become a badge of Palestinian identity and solidarity. It's not really checkered, but yeah, yes. Abdalhamid said he ran for his life after hearing the shots. First shot went, I believe, in Tashim's chest, Abdalhamid said. And I heard the thud on the ground and him start screaming. And while I was running, I heard the second pistol shot hit Hisham, and I heard his thud on the ground. Abdalhamid didn't immediately realize that he had also been wounded. Adrenaline will do that to you. This is like post 9/11, but this time it didn't even happen to Americans. Yeah, that's kind of the wild thing, right? That is kind of, that's a little bit of the wild thing, actually. Like, it didn't even happen to you. You don't have to be afraid of Hamas. Hamas doesn't give a shit about conquering fucking America or something. Like, Jesus. Finish lunch and right back to the bad news again, it seems. Yeah, we're done with happiness. Sorry, Seppo. Honestly, it was so surreal that I couldn't really think. It was kind of a, like, fight or flight. Yeah, it's adrenaline. Shit tons of adrenaline to make you survive the situation, right? Abdalhamid said. I didn't know I was shot until a minute later. I mean, there was Americans in Gaza at the time, yes, but it didn't happen to an American landmark or something. I feel like it's not like on a comparable level, personally, right? The 20-year-old managed to knock on the door of a neighbor who called 911, then, relying on his EMT training and knowing he needed help fast, Abdalhamid asked police to rush him to a hospital. Once there, he asked about the condition of his 2 wounded friends. One of them suffered a spinal injury, and as of Thursday, both are still recovering in the ICU. Aren't there, like, billboards in fucking California warning Americans about Hamas? I've seen that before as well, yeah. Like, what's Hamas gonna do in California? They are not there. There is no Hamas in California. Obviously, because they can't fucking leave Gaza. They are busy. They're busy there at the moment. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, are my friends alive? Like, are they alive? Abdelhamid said he asked doctors, and then they were able to ask, and they told me, and that's when I was really a lot more relieved and in a lot better mental state. Abdelhamid's mother, Tamara Tamimi, rushed from Jerusalem to Vermont after the shooting. Honestly, till now, I feel like there's nowhere safe for Palestinians. Like, not even in the United States of America, apparently, Tamimi told CBS. If he can't be safe here, where on earth are we supposed to put him? It's very true. Where are you supposed to be? Like, how am I supposed to protect him? Authorities arrested a suspect, Jason G. Eaton, 48, on Sunday and are investigating the shooting as a possible hate crime. Yeah, I mean, it seems a little likely, no? Eaton pleaded not guilty on 3 counts of attempted murder and was ordered hold without bail. Yeah, it's the hummus is everywhere. Everywhere. You can see it in your walls right now. They're everywhere. Oh, Vermont is Canada. It's not the United States. We're in Vermont. This is not better. It's not better. Oh shit, that's still the same article. Yeah, there was a statement made. If it loads, there was a statement made by Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, who we've heard about quite frequently recently. We can hear that, right? That was posted on December 2nd.
Hisham, Kinan, Tahsin are all Palestinian college students who were shot while wearing a keffiyeh and speaking Arabic on their way back to a family dinner in Vermont. Just weeks ago, a 6-year-old Palestinian American child, Wadia, was stabbed 26 times in a hate crime in Illinois. They had to take the knife out of his body. The constant dehumanization of Palestinians have real consequences, Mr. Chair, and it's fueling anti-Palestinian racism and violence. The dehumanization and the rhetoric repeated by many elected officials, many in this chamber, is inciting violence against Palestinians. My heart goes out to every family affected by violence, Islamophobia.
She's speaking facts.
Anti-Palestinian racism, and any form of hate.
But she's being shut down for speaking facts, as we know.
One of the victims who was shot in Burlington, Hisham, he wrote that this hideous crime did not happen in a vacuum. As much as I appreciate and love every single one of you, I am but one casualty in this much wider conflict. Had I been shot in the West Bank where I grew up, the medical services that saved my life here would likely have been withheld by the Israeli army. The soldier who shot me would go home and never be convicted. Any attack like this is horrific, be it here or in Palestine. That's why when you say your wishes and light your candles today, your mind should not just be focused on me as an individual, but rather as a proud member of a people being oppressed. When I talk about Hisham, Kinan, and Tahsin, Mr. Chair, I think of my 2 Palestinian boys living right here in the United States.
I'm glad we have a voice for the Palestinians in Congress. Like, well, it's not my fucking Congress, dude. But you know, Rashida Tlaib. But she's being oppressed at every step of the way, right? Like, the fact that she was even able to speak is good. Yeah, that scarf is pro-Palestinian. Yes. You would have assumed it was something else. No. This is very explicitly pro-Palestinian. It's a keffiyeh. It like symbolizes. There's a pattern on it that symbolizes like the olive tree leaves, and one that symbolizes the fence. Actually, I think, right? Wasn't it? I read a post somewhere. There's one that like is a chain link fence. I think because they are being basically kept imprisoned more or less by Israel. I'm back. Smoke alarm stopped. I'm glad. Yeah, we had the statement. One student actually was left paralyzed by this shooting. Hisham Awatani, one of the 3 students shot in that anti-Palestinian hate crime, is now paralyzed from the chest down. His cousins, so maybe they are cousins. His cousin shares a way for us to support him moving forward. That is the actual post. I spent the past week in Burlington with my cousin Hisham and his friends who are recovering after being shot. While I was praying for a better outcome, Hisham's injury turned out to be life-altering. The bullet lodged in his spine and caused paralysis from the chest down. Hisham has a long journey ahead. To help Hisham prepare for the next phase of his life, we started a GoFundMe page. I'll give you the link to chat as well in a second. Witnessing Hisham dealing with this with absolute grace has been mind-blowing to me, and I think with your support he's going to make the impossible possible. I hope so too. Yeah, a good amount has been raised. A good amount. 1 million. What the fuck? That's a good amount of money. $1.5 million raised. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm glad about it. Here, have some links if you want to check it out. If you have the means to check it out. I know we don't always have the means to donate to every good cause that we want to donate to. But hey, this is actually a place where you can donate. Unlike sending money to Gaza right now, which is less helpful because the aid is not actually getting through. Don't worry, Warren, we're getting back into Palestine coverage. There was a letter written by the paralyzed student. There's some horrible people in this world, some good ones too. Nice money raised from. Yeah, that's very true. Like, seeing the actual outpouring of support is really uplifting, in my opinion. This letter is pretty short, so I'm gonna read it to you, unless she read it or no, she didn't read everything in court. I think she read a little bit of it, maybe, or maybe she read a different thing in court. Representative Tlaib. But I don't think it's this one. Not in full anyway. This is from Hisham Awartani, Wednesday, November 29th. I do think she read like a part of it, but not the entire thing, so it's fine, yeah. And Tenchi, of course, is also trying to read it, but hey, nobody understands you, little gamer. What was my crime? What heinous deed did I commit for me to deserve to get shot and lose control of my legs? I was Palestinian. This is not the first time I had been tried and had a sentence passed on me in the kangaroo court of hateful violence. In 2021, I was shot in the knee by a rubber bullet during a demonstration. My classmate, not so lucky as me, suffered a gunshot wound in the leg from a 565 caliber rifle. Do you say it like that? I really don't know. When Israelis protest for the democracy of their courts, the Palestinian does not care. His court has adjourned with the presumption of guilty by existence. The judge, jury, and bailiff are all one. Someone holding a rifle at a checkpoint who will not meet my gaze. It is of no importance that the person who shot me was not Israeli, because the hate that made this possible was made in Israel. It dehumanized Palestinians on an industrial scale and was sent to the United States in neat little airwave packages, which is very true. We do know Israel likes to export their propaganda. You do 556? Thank you. Good knowledge for reading. Thank you. This hate is what makes the ongoing genocide in Gaza acceptable. A Palestinian is not human. We've talked about this at length before. The dehumanization and everything is what makes it possible. When he walks through the prison-style rotation doors, gets randomly selected for a search in Jerusalem, or is standing behind the bulletproof glass having his passport checked, he is no longer human. The pain of the Palestinian is not understood because to them we simply cannot feel pain. Good morning, buddy. We're not in happy news time. It's not Friday Fun Day anymore. We watched a really long video on VTuber culture. That was kind of funny. That was pretty lighthearted. But now we're in it. I hope you're well. I hope you're well this Friday. This is not about Hisham Awartani, though. It was never about me. On November 15th, I joined my fellow Brown students to write the names of thousands of Palestinians killed in the war on Gaza. They gave us a document issued by the Gaza Health Ministry, and out of curiosity, the first thing I did was look up my name. There were 30 results, 13 people named Hisham and 17 with Hisham as a middle name. I didn't know how to feel. My name was not a common one. The list was incomplete and only included around 6,500 names, while an estimated 11,000 had been killed by Israel, or according to American media, had died. As we know, they like to talk about it in a passive way in order not to put any blame on Israel. Had I been one of those Hishams in Gaza, my picture would not have been on BBC or CNN. Instead of being interviewed, my mother would be fleeing south or already killed, trapped under rubble with me. I am the Hisham you know. I lived. My story is being told. The 13 other Hishams were killed, their stories forever erased. They were human, and they did not have to prove that to anyone. They knew no respite, no justice, and no peace. Signed by Hisham Ali Hisham Abar Tami. Also in Arabic. I only know this one is E. And I mean, I guess I could match them up because I can read the names here. That is the... Oh, it's this age. They have a lot of different H's in Arabic. It's this age. So I think I even said his name right. Anyway. Fucking shivers. Yeah, it's like... It's rough. Friday fun day is no more. It's only Friday serious day like the rest of them. That's been my morning anyways. Oh, rough. Got to start writing a letter to Congress before Christmas about Palestine. Yeah, definitely. Write to your representatives. It has been so long since I got good news on Friday News Day. You are always not there. Sometimes there are some good ones in there somewhere, okay? It happens, I swear. It happens sometimes, I swear. Yeah, it's very poignantly put in this letter. It's very poignantly put, in my opinion. But there's another... Hey, do you want to hear more very sad stories? Of course you do. My rep's just ignoring me at this point, but at least I get to be annoying, as is tradition. That is one way to approach the issue, exactly. Like, if you don't get replies anymore, at least you can know, rest assured that you are being annoying. You might have heard about this one too. Poet and scholar and professor, apparently, I've seen, Refat Alarer has been killed by an Israeli airstrike. Again, every time... You would like, in an ideal world, to point out every single person killed by Israeli airstrikes, but that's 11,000 people, so it is impossible to read the biography of every single person there. But once a person like him, like Refat Alarer, is killed, you can highlight at least one biography and let it speak for more than just one person. You know what I mean? Yeah, the damage to the Palestinian culture and history is literally unthinkable. They've burnt down archives. Burnt and bombed. They've bombed archives. They've destroyed so much literature. And, the university a while ago we saw as well. The oldest mosque in Palestine. Everything. Everything. I would like to read this. It's not super long because there's a lot of images in here as well and posts and stuff. The Palestinian poet, writer, literature professor, and activist Dr. Refat Alarer was killed today in a targeted Israeli airstrike that also killed his brother, his sister, and 4 of her children. He is survived by his wife, Nusaiba, and their children. Dr. Alarer was a beloved professor of literature and creative writing at the Islamic University of Gaza, where he taught since 2007. He was also the co-editor of Gaza Unsilenced 2015 and the editor of Gaza Writes Back, short stories from young writers in Gaza, Palestine, 2014. In his contributions to the 2022 collection Light in Gaza, Writings Born from Fire, titled Gaza Asks, When Shall This Pass?, Refat writes, "It shall pass, I keep hoping. It shall pass, I keep saying. Sometimes I mean it, sometimes I don't. And as Gaza keeps gasping for life, we struggle for it to pass. We have no choice but to fight back and to tell her stories for Palestine." At least some of it is digitalized. At least there's digitalized records available around the world, but there's just so much locally destroyed. It's so sad. Hi Gunnar, by the way. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It's incredibly heartbreaking. Again, 50%, more than 50% of all buildings in Gaza are also destroyed, right? And the latest census, it's more people now, right? The latest stats are over 17,000 people with something like 1.7 million people displaced. Yep. So I guess in just 2 months they've surpassed the original Nakba already, which is mind-boggling to think about. Mind-boggling that they can just do it twice and surpass their original crimes by committing even more crimes. and nobody stops them, and everybody sees it and knows about it, and it's still happening nonetheless. Dr. Alarer was also one of the founders of We Are Not Numbers, a non-profit organization launched in Gaza after Israel's 2014 attack, and dedicated to creating a new generation of Palestinian writers and thinkers who can bring together a profound change to the Palestinian cause. Like, he's done so much. He's done so much. Kalik saying, as a human, but also as a studying historian and making the utter destruction of culture that Israel is currently trying to achieve is a very specific kind of terror. Yeah, 100%. It's not just about the erasure of human lives, it's also their history and their culture and everything that made them human, right? Because that's a thing that people talk about a lot too, that you should not just throw out numbers like that and that many people died, but also tell Palestinian stories and talk about Palestinian culture, because that is what humanizes the Palestinians, the people who don't have any like direct reference to them, right? Crow also saying, I say this every time news about Palestine come up, but my brain is just not designed to comprehend so much suffering. It isn't. The human brain is not designed to comprehend suffering on such a large scale. It's incomprehensible, like at face value. Yeah, especially important for people who have been so dehumanized. Yes, like we read about just earlier, Israel has done its best to make sure that people do not see the people in Gaza, the Palestinians, also in the West Bank, as humans, so that they can do their war crimes without being judged too harshly. But, well, the shift is kind of... It's shifting. The winds are shifting. People are actually not as easily swayed anymore by Israeli propaganda. And I mean, that's like the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Yeah. Trying to remember stories and names when you're listening to statistics. Yeah, just like connecting them all, you know, to paint a more vivid, more real picture, I suppose. Through his popular Twitter account, Refat in Gaza, Dr. Alarer vehemently condemned the ongoing atrocities committed against his people by Israeli forces, as well as the successive US administrations that enabled them. This heartbreaking poem, pinned to his profile since November 1st, speaks to the terrible future Alarer could see coming, and to the resilience that gave so many of his followers hope in the darkest of times. We are obviously going to give that a little read. I don't think I'm going to read every single post in this article, but I would like to read this one. This is If I Must Die by Refat Alarer, which of course carries an additional meaning now that he has passed, which is not lost on me. Hello. Hi, Antir. You cannot ruin the vibes anymore. Honestly, the vibes are not good, but you know, that's just what we do here sometimes, right? He wrote, If I must die, you must live to tell my story, to sell my things, to buy a piece of cloth and some strings. Make it white with a long tail, so that a child somewhere in Gaza, while looking heaven in the eye, awaiting his dad who left in a blaze, and bid no one farewell, not even to his flesh, not even to himself, sees the kite, my kite you made, flying up above, and thinks for a moment an angel is there, bringing back love. If I must die, let it bring hope, let it be a tale. And I mean, it is. I guess that's God, fucking hard. Good poetry, by the way. Good really nice poetry. Poetry doesn't always get me, you know? Like, I'm not always, like, I don't read every poem and think, yeah, I feel that. But yeah, this one, I do feel that. I do feel that. Very well written and very poignant to what's going on right now. And I guess it came true in a sense. And you're saying I still somewhere want to believe that the people of the news of Israel are doing their best to report the truth, but I'm not good at knowing what sources are trustable. Yeah, it's tough, especially if you're living in Europe right now. Like me, when I get to mention Germany and how Israel-brained they are. It's a lot of lies. It's a lot of Israel propaganda, especially here. I think I actually have a TikTok video that calls that out very specifically as well. We'll get to that soon. Swear, promise. Yeah, understandable, Crow. That's extremely understandable. His death, announced earlier this afternoon, has prompted an outpouring of grief and anger amongst his friends, colleagues, former students, and followers. I mean, obviously, someone here saying breaking, my heart is broken. My friend and colleague Refat Al-Ria was killed with his family minutes ago. Refat is a university professor and writer and editor. I don't want to believe this. We both love to pick strawberries together. Oh yeah, that's the photo, actually. I took this photo of him this summer. I don't know why it says the following media might include potentially sensitive content. I read this earlier and I thought, oh, I'll click it carefully, but it's literally just him with a bunch of strawberries. Don't think this is not really sensitive content. It's very, very heartwarming content. Sad in retrospect, but I don't think that constitutes for sensitive content, actually. Yeah, Germany is in the propaganda machine. It's not good. It's no good. It's not good. Yeah, it's probably due to mass reports, right? It must be something like, for some reason, it's just a nice picture here. So, yeah, there's a lot of outpouring of support all around here. Like I said, there's a lot of posts. I'm not going to read every single one of them, but I'm going to scroll past if you want to pause. Strawberries are very sensitive berries. I feel like raspberries are a little bit more sensitive, actually. This one, too, I think... I don't know if I have, like, single ones pulled out. No, I just took the entire thing. From a 2021 essay in the New York Times by Refat Al-Ria, who was killed today alongside his family, he had written... I bought Amal her favorite treats, Jordan almonds and chocolate biscuits. When I got back, we managed a muted rendition of Senahawa, Happy Birthday, far less precociously than we'd usually sing it. Amal smiled hesitantly. I looked at her and promised to take her to get the biggest cake when this is over. On Monday, caught off guard by the attacks, I didn't tell my kids their bedtime stories as usual. It was a mistake that I will try not to repeat. His children lived, though. I would assume Amal would be one of them, as we've read in the article. So there's still hope for her to get that cake, but obviously the circumstances are fucking dire, you know? I'm just trying to find something positive to say in here. I hope he enjoyed the berries. I'm sure he did. They look like very good strawberries. I'm sure they were extremely delicious. They're not in this frame, actually, but they looked extremely delicious. Yeah, there's a lot of outpouring of support, of course. Bunny saying a lot of folks were very upset that he compared October 7th to the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, so his presence in particular, as well as a humanizing picture of a Palestinian in general, is probably seen as a threat to someone. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a huge opposition to humanization of Gazans, of Palestinians in general, so that explains it. Yeah, here's the poem again, and a lot of outpouring of support and love. And it's just one biography of many, right? Like I said in the beginning, that's one biography of thousands that have now ended because of Israel, that are, you know, just as deep and complex and human as all the others, right? So that was one. This one's just a little post. Do I have my TikTok, by the way? Could I pull up my TikTok that I talked about earlier so we can string that together? Yes, we can. That would be nice. My TikTok? I didn't make it. There are literally thousands of people like him that are now dead. Yeah, that is the sad reality. Yep. Yeah, Warsaw Ghetto Uprising is the ghettos that the Nazis built for Jewish people. Well, for the house them in, you know, World War II uprising of Jewish people against the Wehrmacht, and they conquered Poland. After they conquered Poland, yeah. Yeah, no, Crow, no, we're gonna round it out with Palestine coverage today, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly what's in this TikTok, but I know I wanted to show it to you, and it tied in with a couple of things that we talked about just previously.
The German state of Saxony-Anhalt will require everyone applying for German citizenship there to sign a written declaration of Israel's right to exist.
So if you want to be... Hi, Type, by the way. Hello, welcome to stream. If you want to be immigrating to Germany especially the state of Sachsen-Anhalt. Not a good idea, by the way. Not the best one to choose to begin with, so maybe you're dodging a bullet here. This is a step that you have to take now, which is crazy. It's insane.
Yes, the German state is beginning to make German citizenship conditional on pledging allegiance to a foreign country. It's the type of bootlicking that even the most subservient of 20th century US puppet dictatorships would laugh at. Oh, by the way, do you want to know what the second biggest party in the Strait of Saxony-Anhalt is? It's the neo-fascist AfD party, which is just overflowing with white German anti-Semites. But why deal with that when you can just blame anti-Semitism onto migrants? So, congratulations again to German politicians for suspending democracy in their country and just making stuff up as they go, all in the service of embarrassing themselves to the rest of the world. If that was the goal, you're doing amazing. As the old saying goes, if you're ever feeling guilty, just refuse to learn everything from the experience and blame somebody else.
That is what Germany's doing. They're doing a great... If that's the goal, they're right on track. They're doing a great job. Fucking mind-boggling. We actually have a little... somewhere on this docket, we have a little Saxony W, but... I don't know where it is. It's just that in not Sachsen-Anhalt, but Sachsen, at least I think, God, where's my, there it is, yeah. They have now finally also declared the AfD as a right-wing extremist party, which, again, in effect, probably will do basically nothing, but it's better than doing actually nothing, you know? At least they're declared as a threat, even though the observation of said threat is minimal. But, you know, at least there's something. Yeah, I know, right? No mamas. It's a little Verfassungsschutz W. Germany is Sachsen. I thought they were Germanic. We have a state called Saxony. This one's a sad post as well. Surprise! I don't even know if I need to intro it like this anymore. It's just something that I also wanted to show you because this also echoes a lot of sentiments that I've heard before, especially now since it's the Christmas season. It feels very hypocritical almost to celebrate on a certain level. Maybe not hypocritical. I'm looking for a different word, but that's besides the point. I'm looking for a different word. Maybe it feels a little bad, perhaps, since, of course, this is the place where the whole story takes place that is centered around Christmas, and there's a genocide happening over there right now, and we're all sitting here celebrating the birth of Jesus or whatever. Of course, if you're not Christian, then you're not really celebrating that. You're just kind of celebrating getting presents. So I think it feels a little bit less strange, honestly, if you're doing a secular, normal Christmas, in my opinion. But, you know, video. Oh yeah, I need to actually read the text. My bad, I forgot. But also, Calyx saying now they at least say God, I can't read. Now they at least can't say that they're totally not right wing anymore. Yep, exactly. It's like legal to call them right wing extremist. I think if you're confirmed extremist, they have more possibilities for surveillance and like raiding a house and stuff. Yeah, like that, Durchsuchung and stuff. That is true. The question is just if they're going to do it or not. They have the possibility now, which is good. 100%, that is good. But is it gonna happen? So, as the video reads, away in a manger is the customary place for baby Jesus to lay. But this year, the nativity scene at the church in the occupied West Bank placed a figure of baby Jesus lying in the rubble.
Christmas celebrations are cancelled this year, for it's impossible to celebrate Christmas when our people in Gaza are going through a genocide. Usually it's Jesus in the manger surrounded by the shepherds, surrounded by the Holy Family, Joseph and Mary, and the Magi's who came from the east. Here we wanted to say that it's as if they are looking for Jesus in the midst of the rubble. We wanted to send a message to the world, a message that while the whole world is celebrating Christmas in festive ways, here in Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus, where Christmas originated from, This is what Christmas looks like to us.
Yeah, it's basically what I said. It's a very good move, I think, to do so because, well, it's the reality of the situation right now. And I know about the World War I stories about soldiers coming together and celebrate Christmas. It's kind of bizarre in a way. It's like a little glimpse into what could be when soldiers just didn't follow orders anymore. Yeah, the Verfassungsschutz could have done a lot against them already, and instead they actively support them. That's like the sad reality of it all. Like you see, okay, they're now seen as actively right-wing extremists, and they're on this watch list. Oh, something will happen, but will something actually happen though? If you put your hope of anti-fascist work in state institution, it's pretty inefficient. 100%. Yeah, you can celebrate it as like a little W, I think. You know, just, okay, they've at least said this thing, but there's not going to be actual change coming from it. It's unlikely.
Christmas is the solidarity of God with those who are oppressed, with those who are suffering. And if Jesus is to be born again this year, he will be born in Gaza, under the rubble, in solidarity with the people of Gaza. Our hope is in our faith. Our hope is in our resilience. So while Christmas celebrations are cancelled, Christmas prayers are not cancelled. And maybe when we look at the image of Jesus under the rubble, we see a light of hope and life coming out of destruction, light coming out of death.
It's a hopeful interpretation. I mean, we all know, I mention it every time I have the chance. I'm not Christian at all, but seeing shows of solidarity like this and like meaningful words being spoken, I don't care by who, is always nice. They raided Reichsbürger though, the Bavarian AfD dude from some right-wing Burschenschaft and stuff. That is true. Yeah, I don't think they'll do nothing, just not enough. That is valid. You gotta cut them some slack at the very least. What is Verfassungsschutz is trending on the first thing. Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now too, Gunnar. That's because the Verfassungsschutz is like, it's a part of the German government that keeps an eye on, well, for instance, right-wing extremists and also like leftist extremists, technically, that as well. You know, they keep an eye on extremism is what they're supposed to be doing, and like crack down on extremism is their job, basically. In simple terms, I hope to have broken it down in a way. Okay, but in Sachsen, the institution basically just turned a blind eye towards the right. In Sachsen specifically, I'm sure it's not better than other places. Although, you know, if they've done something in Bayern, if they've done something in Bavaria, I feel like there's hope yet. You know, I'm just hopeful. Do I wish to prioritize certain segments? Yeah, you know what? I'll pull my other TikTok up here too, because I have a Bisan update, which I always like to show you, because that means that Bisan is still around and posting, which is nice. And then we can talk about Malaysia. I don't know, we could also skip Malaysia for now, because I feel like the other ones are no disregard to Malaysia, but the other things are also pretty pressing in my opinion. Honestly, I think the extern messages of solidarity could be super useful in the US and Canada, where so many are Zionists because of Christian. Oh, that's what that is. Thank you. I'm like, what are you writing? Okay, of Christian beliefs, in particular evangelism. I don't have a lot of faith, haha, pun intended, that it would get through to them, but still, yeah. Yes, I agree, exactly. Like, if they, again, I'm not Christian, I say it all the time, I'm an atheist, but it's important for religious leaders to speak out on especially these issues. Like, that's also why I really like Jewish Voice for Peace speaking out all the time, speaking out in favor for peace, because people who might have been, who might be Jewish, right, and have been subjected to an extra heaping of Israeli propaganda might actually be reached more easily if it's coming from the mouth of people like them. I'm gonna do something unhinged while listening to this. Okay, Siska. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna draw are you going to draw the reference sheet for Calix's Bastard Man? I feel like that should be on the top of the list. I don't know about Ref right now. Aaron. Also, Tinty saying the Versammlungsbehörde actively gives the left a possibility to blockade in Dresden on the 13th of February, and then defend another demo with twice as many police as neo-Nazis. Yeah, they do like to do that. You're going back to blonde. Oh, that's even crazier. Almost. That is almost even crazier. That could be a Christmas present for them, I guess. Could be. Damn. Post picture soon. I want to see. Post picture to group chat, please. Bisan update. I gotta kind of like ration my time because we spent way too long talking about this video, which I did see coming, but also I somehow didn't see coming.
Hey everyone, this is Bisan from Gaza. We're still alive and continuing with you the coverage.
Yeah, there's the date behind the captions. I'm pretty sure it says it's the 6th, so 2 days ago.
4 days under bombing. Today is the day 61 of the war in Gaza, the continuous bombing, killing and displacement. But today was really, really tough on people on Jabalia refugee camp in the north of Gaza Strip because simply the tanks and the Israeli soldiers are in the north of the camp and in the south in the Fallujah area. Another thing is that the people in the camp are making massive graves because simply there's no way to get outside the camp to bury the dead bodies. So they are bombed, they are killed, and they are buried inside the camp. And also, as you know, the hospitals in the north of Gaza Strip are out of service. So also there's no treatment after bombing.
Yeah, I mean, as we've discussed with this before, in the north, if you're not killed by the bombs, you might as well just be killed by the lack of resources, like the hunger or the lack of good drinking water, so the thirst. Yeah.
All these events happening in the north. Another thing is that Block 2 in the Jabali refugee camp was bombed yesterday, and that caused around or between...
And they're targeting this refugee camp over and over and over again. I've heard more about that as well. Jabalia refugee camp has been a target multiple times already, but they're not letting up.
150 people to be killed. So Jabalia is really suffering. People there are suffering. The bombing is continuous in the middle area of Gaza Strip, in Deir al-Balah, and Khan Yunis, Rafah, and in other places in the north of Gaza Strip. We're talking about Gaza City also. Tonight, 5 UNRWA schools were bombed. Palestine, Al-Falah, and Salah ad-Din schools in the north of Gaza City. Ma'an school and other school in Bani Sahila in Khan Yunis. These schools contained hundreds of thousands of people. These schools were, or the UNRWA schools contained almost 1,200,000 people, and they are all in danger as these schools, 5 schools, were not the only schools to be bombed. Several schools were bombed several times during this aggression in Gaza.
I mean, as we know, right? Gunnar also writing, this is extremely depressing. Yes, health facilities shouldn't be destroyed. Imagine all the diseases spreading among the victims. Like, yes, these are war crimes, and nobody is calling. Like, I mean, aside from the people are calling Israel out for this. But I feel like it's still not at all on the level that it should be at. Of talking about this, you know. They are committing so many. Yeah, are they committing war crimes is the wrong question. It's just how many war crimes are they committing is the question now, which is
like
unfathomable.
School, for example. So the schools are not safe, although the UNRWA is saying that they put the UN flag over the schools and the shelters, but despite this, they are bombed. Another thing is that the schools are not safe, the hospitals are not safe, and the streets are not enough. People are going to Rafah to find any place to shelter there because they were warned to go outside or to evacuate Khan Yunis, but they don't find any place in Rafah. So they try to go to the middle area. The road is not safe always. There is no safe places in Khan Yunis either. It's a combat zone, as the leaflets and as the Israeli army is telling people. So Rafah,
as they just drop their leaflets and tell people to just leave, get out of Gaza. Well, it's not that easy. We've been saying for weeks, for months now, it is not that easy to just evacuate your home like that. Also, you don't want to evacuate your home like that. And obviously, that's besides the point at this point. Easier to count what war crimes they didn't commit at this point. True. I'm getting kind of doomer about Geneva Convention if such blatant war crimes are just left unnoticed. It is very much a case of Geneva Convention, yes, but if it's happening to people who are not white, we can overlook that. That's not that big of a deal, which is despicable.
Basically, it's not enough. There's no food, there's no water, there's no hygiene, there's no places in Rafah.
They're not white and they're Muslims. Well, then we don't care.
About the food, the WFP was talking about entering the starvation or the hunger area or phase, because there is no food in Gaza or even clean water for days now. So 2.2 million people are hungry, are thirsty, and they don't have any life supplies and life needs in Gaza this time, or these times. So this is about Gaza for now. Of course, the situation is harder than how I'm talking about it. People are living worse situations inside the schools, inside the hospitals. Children are striving. Children are asking for food, are asking anyone in the street for food, are trying to do anything. People have money, but there is no products.
Yeah,
now
that's
the money is without any value.
Okay, thank you for the outro. Yeah, I mean, of course, in a situation like this, money will not get you anything because there is no resources. If you can't buy, if there's no resources to buy, the money is not going to help you. Yeah, as Gunnar says, I wonder how she managed to stay calm in the face of adversity. It's such a truly formidable woman. Truly. She has been reporting about this since it started, right? And she's still there and she's still doing it. And she's still, she's super young and everything too. And goes through horrors that we can probably not even imagine on a pretty much daily basis. And of course she has had moments where she was we've read the posts and we've seen the videos, like losing hope and all of that, but at the end of the day she's still in there. I gotta go now. Guess the stream will be done soon anyway. Yes. Not at all getting even close to finishing our docket, as we do. Have a good one. See you next stream. Maybe come to the Gardic phone stream on Sunday. It's order, actually. Have a nice day. Back. I was forced to physically remove my smoke detector. Oh no, what the fuck's wrong with your smoke detector? Why is it broken? Bye. Yeah, she seems a little bit more uplifted, but there's only so much that can happen, I suppose. She's extremely brave for covering the war while basically being in the middle of it. Yeah, it is brave for multiple reasons, of course. One being that we know Israel likes to target journalists, especially because obviously this is not good for them, that this information is coming out. That is not good for them. And also, of course, she's in the middle of it. It's like she didn't choose, she didn't have much of a choice in it, it's kind of by force in part too, right? Not to downplay the bravery of it, that's not what I'm trying to do, but in her situation she doesn't have much of a choice, basically. Garlic phone, yum yum yum, I love garlic. Yeah, Garlic phone, Sunday, wait, I'll highlight this so I know where I was at, even though I don't know if I'm even gonna, I need to walk my dog. Garlic phone on Sunday. It's been so long. I know, right? It's gonna be closed lobby. I'm gonna announce it on Discord only. It's gonna be Discord only verification as well, because we don't want no strangers in the Gardic phone lobby. That is dangerous. Oh, you bid €5 for Callum. Anybody want to top that? I'm not gonna top that. Anybody want to? There's still like so much on here. I'm like, don't know if I need to, if there's any like part of it that I would really want to speak about today specifically, or if anything else can also be talked about on Tuesday, especially this. Thank you! Look, I have a new animation for that. 3 cheers. It gets 1 little drop of... Yeah, okay, the theming is a little... the theming is a little questionable, but I think it's cute. Yeah, the docket is expanding. I drop things after a while, It's cute, right? He, like, looks up, and it's like a little water drop falls on him. But the water drop is blood because you're donating blood to me because I'm a tick. But it's cute, okay? It's cute blood. It's not bad blood. It's cute blood, okay? The theming. Me when the theming is a little questionable. No, but like, I'm a tick, I drink blood, okay? That's the theme. Don't drop blood on the puppy. He likes it too, he enjoys it. But it's very cute. I got this sound from a free sound website. I also have one, I think, for... Now, this sounds like I'm pandering, right? Now, this sounds like I'm, hey, do this. But I think I have... There's 2 animations. There's this one for, like, any donation. By the way, thank you very much, Ivaneko. And there's one for... I think starting at €10, I think the other animation plays. But don't feel pressured. We will see it one day. It is fine. Just saying. Yep. So I made 2 for now because I want to make more. I have an idea for like one where he's like doing a little doggy paddle. Now, if you do think about it for too long that it is in fact blood, that becomes weird, but like it's just a stylistic choice. It's fine. I accidentally hit enter instead of delete all the time today. It happens. I can look over typos because I love to make typos, so don't worry. Don't worry, you're never gonna top anyone second. What is this about? No problem. That's absolutely fine for me, by the way. Yeah, I think that's all the new animations that I have, and the rest, I guess we'll just have to move the rest to Tuesday. I can already format it. God, we really didn't get through anything today. No, we got through some stuff, and I had a good time, so it's fine. Our raid choices for today are Anya, Bun, and Lunaria. Okay. Our regulars. Our regular raid choices for the day. What are they up to? What are they doing at the second? Can I see that if I look? Okay, we have either Inside the Labs or League of Legends. I think... It's okay, it's after all. I think the last time... Can we do a vote? You could vote too. But I think last time we raided Lunaria, right? So this time we could raid Anya again. I think would be nice. We just need an additional news day. It's all news day. I mean, we could fit more news days into the week, but I also like to do other streams too, I don't want to do only news day. That's my personal issue, is not wanting to just do God, look at how long this fucking docket is. That's my issue though. Or just longer streams. And I don't got no stamina. Quick question. Any idea how to calm down my ears as they're ringing? Actually, no. It's like I thought about it for a literal second. I have no idea what to do about that. Anybody else knows? Anybody else? Any ideas? Maybe you can listen to something, but I don't know if that would make it better or worse. Yeah, I think we should do Anya again, by the way. I think that would be nice for the raid. Saturday news day, everyday stream day, more drawing streams, or with games. That's the thing. I also love game streams and drawing streams. Like too many. Just give the signal. Very good. Okay. I think we should raid Joe. Ivoneko, stop. Avoid wearing earphones or loud places. Okay, that's good. Oh, and the water thing. Sigh, Joe. I listen to loud music to ignore the ringing, which makes the ringing worse. Okay, great advice. You're doing great. So I can collapse that. I already have. Jesus Christ, I put way too much shit on this docket today. I'm gonna go now because I need to walk the loud boy. He who is loud. He who complains loudly. Thank you very much for watching today. Yeah, right? I need to have both. Gotta have some levity as well, right? I honestly, that's my vibe. It's what I want to do. So, he who demands walkies. Workout soon. I mean, it is kind of a workout. Walkies with him are, because he pulls on that leash like crazy. Anyway, see you for Gaudic Phone on Sunday. If you have the time, that would be great. I would really enjoy it. Cope. No, it's not cope. Walking could be incorporated into your workout routine. Anyway, and we're going to be rating, of course, as we know, we're gonna rate Anya. Be nice. Have fun. Thank you for watching, as always. And I'll see you soon, okay? Bye-bye. Auf Wiedersehen, dos vidania. Bye. Gartic is very fun. Yes, Gartic is very fun. I do recommend. Bye. I'm disappearing.